What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Pseudo Chaturday. I am obviously your host, Dermy Wormy, and if you weren't paying attention, I was just over on pregame and all that. So yeah, that's going on. And yes, Cloud loves breast milk. That's what we established over there. Cloud is a big imbiber of the booby milk, and he really does want that Frida booby milk ice cream. That is something that we did establish over there. We also talked about some other topics and things like that, but I needed to get over here because, well, obviously Alf had to cancel on, well, what we were gonna do tonight, which was play Space Marines. Yes, Space Marines 2. We're gonna do that. I was finally going to invade stuff and do things on Space Marine 2. That was finally gonna be a thing that I embarked on. Well, that's obviously not going on. But anyways, I have some stuff I still needed to hit that I was unable to hit last night. And quite frankly, it is a thing. Okay, we still got some stuff to go over. We got some things to talk about, primarily when it comes to the, I'm gonna try to say her name correctly, Saruei. God damn it. You know what? Here's the thing. Okay, chat. Before we get too far into this, here's the thing. I even had somebody come into my comment section to go like, "Hey, you're saying her name wrong." I know I am. I'm not smart. Okay, I'm trying. I am trying my hardest. Oh, sorry, I was reading something else. I'm trying to get, okay. Saruei. I could say it, okay? I could speak it, but we still got her to go over. And obviously, guys, the biggest news of today, Gina Carano settled her lawsuit with Disney Star Wars. Now, I don't know the entire details of that, obviously. I don't know how deep that is going to be getting into and everything like that. There could be obvious legal reasons as to why she settled instead of taking it all the way to court. We don't know that. I would have preferred the big old fight, but there's obviously something that comes up there, and sometimes doing the whole settlement isn't a bad move in the grand scheme of things, but we'll get into all that when we get there. But before we go too far, okay, I don't normally cover shit like this, but I find this one funny. By the way, shout out to JS Pena. I see you in chat, buddy. I don't know how many of you guys saw this. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because there's a new thing. EBT has actually changed what it is that you can and can't buy.
They really own that. They say no EBT. No, they own that. The food stamp EBT is over with. I can only buy steak, chicken, vegetables, no snacks, no nothing. I can't get no more chip. You feel me, y'all? Damn, they really did that shit, y'all.
Yeah, good, because you shouldn't be buying that. That's my tax dollars right there. Why the hell are you using it on all sorts of other shit that you don't need to be using it on? Buy what you need. Don't buy the junk food. I'm fine with this, okay? I'm fine. I spend my hard-earned money to get that shit. You guys are on EBT, and yet you're spending my money. You're spending my money on that shit. No. Spend your EBT money on the stuff that you need to survive, not the junk food shit. God damn. There was a video going around, and I wish I had it. I don't normally get political here, but I wish I did have this one. Of a woman, by the way, they all sound the same. I'm just gonna say that. They all sound a certain way. And she's literally going through a fucking store buying up hundreds of dollars worth of that fucking shit. Entire industrial loads of that shit. I'm gonna see. Maybe I can find it if I type EBT real quick. Maybe I can find it. Let's see. Maybe I can find it. EBT. This one. Oh, that's funny as fuck. I want to see the woman. You just want chips, but where I see the picture. I want the video. Oh, I think it's right here. Oh, that's a skit. Damn it. Damn it. Sorry, guys. I was looking. I was wanting this to be real, but I have something here on the EBT thing. I have something here on the EBT thing. Right here. Right here. Right here. Okay. I have something on the EBT shit. Right here. They always sound the same, by the way.
So y'all mean to tell me I can't buy no snacks off my EBT card? I'm in here shopping, trying to get all my good snacks.
It is as loud as I can get it too.
Trying to get all my good snacks and shit. See this? All that. Going straight to the buggy with me. All those nice good sweets. But they... y'all.
By the way, she has very nicely done nails, nicely done eyeline, all that shit. Man, there's a lot of stuff here. Yeah. EBT.
For me to get to the register, they couldn't find out I can't buy no more snacks on my EBT card. Tell me I'm ashamed. And tell them that must be ain't true. And so the damn people behind me in line say I must be ain't read the news. Cause baby, why the fuck am I doing with them trying at the house with no snacks and I got to buy cash?
Well, obviously you have your hair did right here. You got these big old fake eyelashes. Your nails are like that. Maybe quit spending money on that shit.
Y'all always ready to cut my EBT card off there.
And not just Gina, but also to reimburse the cost of all her lawyers and fees and all on Disney's dime. That is true. That is true. Because of the settlement, Disney's gonna have to pay all that. But again, we'll get into that. But I had to talk about the EBT thing because I'm happy for that. You want to know why I'm happy for that? Because fuck them. Fuck them. I spend my hard-earned dollars on that shit. Why do you get to spend my hard-earned dollars on that shit? That's all taxpayer money right there. Quit spending my money on that shit. I work hard to buy my snacks. I don't want you taking my money to go buy your own snacks. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay. Enough of that, though. Let's get into one of these topics, though. Oh, by the way, chat, I'm going to tease this now. There is another VTuber topic I will be addressing on Saturday. The Adora Bunny situation that is going on right now, where we have Radia right here. Okay, Radia is a VTuber. I'm still learning a little bit about her and some of the stuff that she was a part of and things like that. Apparently, she was a part of a VTuber group called STEM or TEM. I need to dig more because these are people I'm actually not fully aware of. But there's a big old document that came out from Radia, and I'll read this part real quick. I never anticipated having to make a statement like this, but I can no longer bear living in fear of someone who once called themselves a sister. The abuse, isolation, harassment, endangerment, and of my safety and distribution of my personal identity and identifying information I can speak has left me and everyone I care about physically and emotionally exhausted. I did not want to put out a public statement. I do not like internet drama and try to avoid it like the plague. I'm speaking out now because every other attempt to get Adora to halt her attacks, correct the record, and reach an amicable end have failed. And it has become clear that I am not the only person she has wronged in this manner. I am sorry to all involved that things have reached this point and that you were kept in the dark for so long. I'm beyond tired. And the reason why I'm saving this for Saturday and not tonight, even though this is breaking tonight, is because I come over here to the Google Docie. Just gonna start scrolling down. It should eventually tell you. You can barely see it. It's 93 pages. It's a 93-page Google Docie. So I need to skim this thing. I need to learn some stuff about the people involved in this before I could address this one, because that's 93 goddamn pages. That's gonna be a whole stream right there. And I was already hearing some of the stuff that was going on in it, and a lot of it is very interesting and kind of fucked up, but that is something that I'm going to be covering Saturday. Holy shit in a bucket. But let's get into the, I'm going to butcher it again. Saruei. Saruei. Let's get into here. I'm gonna start. Let's get into the Saruei stuff for those that are wondering what's going on there. And yes, real quick, I fully understand I'm going to be butchering her name throughout this entire thing. I am trying my hardest. I just can't speak the way that I need to speak in order to do that one. But for those of you that haven't been paying attention to this situation, as of right now, Saruei, I think I got that one right, has been under some criticism right now for her current situation in regards to, well, how she is handling Rule 34 DMCAs and takedowns of her own private images that she puts up on her Fansly or Patreon and all that stuff that she's allowed to put up. She is a not safe for work creator, and now she is going around and utilizing a third-party service to go after re-uploads of her private images on sites like Rule 34 and others. We covered a lot of this a while ago, but we are now back here, and I see Legata saying Sarua. Well, it's Saruei. So yes, there is going to be that real quick. Thank you, Shaker Maker, for the like. We are going to be talking about that, but we did have Slayer Duck, who is the CEO of the Rule 34 website. He put out this massive Google Doc, and I have it right here real quick. It's this one right here. Primarily within this one was a lot of statistics. It was going over everything that was going already said via Twitter and stuff. He also has like screenshots of all the artists that he reached out to verify things like this. So we've already pretty much gone over what was in this document, okay? But following Slayer Duck's whole campaign against Saruei did finally respond, and she dropped her own Google Docie regarding the Rule 34 DMCA takedowns, and we got some multiple angles with this, but I do have her Google Doc right here. I'm gonna zoom in real quick because this is her statement. We already went over like what she said on her stream, where she was coming from, and honestly, I'm kind of on her side in a lot of this. I think what she is doing right now is kind of factual, and when I do break this down, I can't help but start thinking that a lot of the websites that she is right now in a battle with, they aren't moderating those sites very well. They aren't figuring out who's tagged with what, and simultaneously, I will lay some blame at Saruei's own feet. Saruei, I'll lay some blame at her feet. She probably does need to get in contact with a third-party website and to try to control them a little bit more, because it seems like they are going a little bit too far and beyond on all this. But that's just where I'm starting off. I haven't read fully through this document yet, but we will do this here. Okay. So with that out of the way, Slayer Ducky, Rule 34 owner/admin, has repeatedly claimed that I'm sending DMCA notices against every single piece of fan art online. That is an accurate statement. He has repeatedly said that she hates fan art, period, even when it comes to his Google document. When you scroll all the way down, he even makes this whole clear. He's trying to be a little catty here, and this is actually kind of bitch made, for lack of a better term, when you do things like this, where he has, at this point, in the conclusion, at this point, we will abide by Saruei's legal demands and censor all her fan art on Rule 34, which is, of course, what her end goal always was. She does not care about your fan art, and it will be hit with a notice if you use her name on it. She likely sees other people making content with her character as competition to her own business, which it obviously is not. I get that he crossed that out, but the thing is, you should have probably deleted it in the first place, and this is you being a very little catty and trying to be a little sneak and trying to throw some shade at her while saying, well, I don't mean this legitimately. Yeah, this is kind of really pathetic to do something like that when you're dropping a serious thing right there. That is a jab at her. It doesn't matter if you cross it out or not. That is a claim that you are trying to make against her. So when she says that he has repeatedly said that you want to take down all fan art, that is a factually false statement. Sorry for drinking all the water right now. You kind of got to talk a lot. DMC every single. Even though I've clearly stated on Twitter that I only target leaked Fansly/Patreon paid wall content and commissioned artwork that I personally paid for. He portrays it as if I go after all fan arts, when in reality the only things I report are paid wall content on Rule 34, Dandora, Gelbuer, and sometimes Reddit. Because the uploads there are usually reports from users, not the original artists themselves, reposts from users and not the original artists themselves, I don't target artists creating fan arts of me. I'm an artist myself and I love sharing art with everyone. And then she has a screenshot here. At this point, we will abide by, oh yeah, this was the whole thing that he ended up crossing out. So it, at one point in time, was not crossed out. He did that after the fact, which I'm sorry, that's still kind of catty. I even have dedicated art tags in my Twitter bio for my community and supporters for both safe and not safe for work content. Whenever a fan art is made by the artists themselves, I post it directly in my dedicated fan art channels in my Discord server, always with direct links so people can support the original creators. Sometimes I love their work and commission them. Most artists do this. Actually, a lot of VTubers do this. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I have no problem with that, and yeah, not a big deal. The name Saruei is likely pronounced Surua. Well, it's A, so she does have an A at the end of it, so it's Saruei. It does have an A at the end of it. So I'm trying here. I'm trying. But you can see she obviously has this. This is her stuff. This dispute with Rule 34 has been ongoing for over a year now. During this time, my own followers have reached out to me and my Discord moderators, sharing instances of my leaked content on his site, and occasionally on other sites as well. Each time, I've reported these leaks to Cam Model Protection. If they deleted fan arts from Rule 34 that I haven't claimed, that was done without my permission/knowledge. As you can see below, these are messages of me asking to remove individual links, and today I even reached out to Cam Model, reiterated that they should only remove the Fansly leaks that I have personally reported while leaving all fan art untouched, and to also communicate directly with Slayer Ducky to resolve the current situation. I actually think that is a better move right there, because my whole theory of this situation has been, yet again, Rule 34 obviously has a shit moderation system. They aren't following everything the way that they probably should be following it. It doesn't matter how big your website is, you need to have a stronger moderation system to make sure that you're not uploading paywall content. You can say that, well, when we get noticed about it, we take it down within a day or not. You need to have a better system in place to actually prevent that from starting in the first place. You want to be all about, hey, art is art and sharing art is great. You still need to protect the other people. It doesn't matter. And what I'm seeing here is you guys have a shit moderation system and a shit tagging system. Simultaneously, yes, Saruei, I'm trying. She probably does need to communicate with the other party to make sure that what they are taking down isn't fan art work. Now, how to do that, I don't know, because even Rule 34 himself has admitted that, hey, there's a lot of stuff that we're tagging fan art. When we actually come over here to Slayer Duck himself, he even admits, hey, we are tagging this stuff with Patreon and things like that, but we do that in order to get people over there. Lance Thrust, no idea what this is about. This is about DMCA takedowns right now. That's pretty much what it is. And somebody accusing a VTuber of being anti-fan art when that couldn't be farther from the truth. In reality, she's trying to take down her own fan art, or her own art, not her own fan art, but her own art and paid wall content off pirate sites. Because even, it doesn't matter how many times Slayer Duck comes out and says it. Right now, Rule 34 is a pirate site if her content is constantly getting uploaded there. That is a pirate site. And honestly, if other people are re-uploading all this fan art content and it's not the original artist uploading that, I could also argue that that's piracy. I can argue that very easily. Your site's a pirate site. If the original artist is uploading it, that's one thing. But if it's random users uploading other people's art, that's piracy. Short and simple. Reached out, Cam Model reiterate, yep, so this is some of her own communications with the Cam site in question, or cam model protectors. Hello, thank you very much for your answer. Please never under any circumstances remove any content I did not explicitly ask you to remove ever again. I want you to only take content that I directly link to you and absolutely nothing else. Hi, dear Saruei. Thank you for reaching out to us and bringing this issue to our attention. Of course, it is never our intention for content that does not need to be removed to be taken down. In order for us to perform our work as accurately and effectively as possible, it is crucial that we have full and verified list of clients' legitimate accounts. Excuse me. We have now added their following account to your profile and to our internal whitelist, whatever, fandom, whatever. With this, we can assure you that no further issues will occur related to this account regarding the image you sent and the date indicated. We will need to investigate this further as it appears to have happened in 2024. Please rest assured that we will file a counter notice for this case and it will be properly restored. We will also review the content reported on Rule 34, and if any incorrect takedowns has occurred, we will submit the appropriate counter notice and sincerely apologize for the mistake. We are actively working on resolving this for you and will do everything we can to reinstate any wrongly removed content and prevent similar issues from happening again in the future. If you have any other questions, I'm here for you. Sincerely, blank cam model protection. So right there, that honestly should be it. But obviously it's not going to be it, and I have other things after we get done with this Google Docu. I honestly just think what's going on here is on these sites, they're tagging it Patreon. They're tagging it Fansly. They're doing all those tags right there. And this cam model site is proactively going after some of these things, thinking, hey, even though this here isn't in our list, it has the tag Fansly, Patreon, all the paid wall stuff, so we're gonna go take it down. That might be third party's fault, and it also might be Rule 34's fault for not properly tagging this stuff and having it all over the place. It really does sound like their moderation system is peak garbage right now, and they don't actually want to try to fix it at all, and they just want to throw Saruei under the bus. Now here, this is an example of how I was reporting each paywall content I owned in the past. And you can see here's her reaching out. The submitted links here have been reported for you, for you. If we can be any further assistance, please let us know. Have a great day. Sincerely, blank. And these are all the links that she shares. We have hello, dear. We have reported these links for you. Please be informed that the removal process will take time to complete. If we can be any further assistance, please let us know. Have a great day. Here's more links she shares. She acknowledges that so this is obviously from the Slayer doc. She acknowledges that she saw my replies on her last stream and said, quote, I don't want to lose my time on it because it's effing useless. And I said what I have to say and to talk to the DMCA people. She then proceeds to slander the platform for being a piracy website in a 66-minute rant. I mean, it technically is. If you are allowing people to upload content that is not their original content, that is technically piracy. Doesn't matter if that content was free to begin with or not. That wasn't their original content. That is technically piracy. So her calling it a piracy website isn't slander. That's a fact. It's an absolute joke that we're being labeled by libeled by Saruei as a piracy website, considering we do not allow paid content on a platform and ban users for uploading it. It doesn't matter if it's paid content or not. If it's free content and they didn't make it, that's still technically piracy. We have this entire argument on YouTube, for example, when other content creators go out, like clip channels. Technically, clip channels are committing piracy. Nobody really goes after clip channels because, well, there's no real point in going after a clip channel. But a clip channel, all they really do is go out there and they repost other people's content. And like, when you repost that content, that's not your content. That is a copyright infraction. That is piracy. You can't get around that factor. And again, sorry for drinking the water so much. He claimed that Rule 34 is not a piracy website. However, most of the users uploading paywall content there are not the original artists or creators themselves. That is a fact. While some posts may be free content or preview to highlight the paywall content, there are also leaks, such as my case. The site even has entire tags dedicated to Fansly and Patreon content, with a tag titled Patreon/reward and Patreon/leak. I think. Okay. If you have tags. Like the Patreon-reward, I don't know what that's going to end up meaning. But Patreon-leaked or leak, I think that's pretty self-explanatory what's going on there. Seriously, I think that's pretty easy to figure out how that is going to be going on right there. Like, to freak out that somebody is going after tags that might say Patreon/leak, and if you have a tag that says Patreon/leak, leak of any sort, yeah, that's an infringement right there. That's openly promoting the fact that that is an infringement. So if they're going after those tags in particular, that's on you, Rule 34. I don't get how you can have these tags and then say we don't want any of this to go, like, we don't like it when paid content's there, but you have the tag Patreon/leak. Why do you have that tag? If you don't want the paid wall content there, why do you have a thing that blatantly shows that that's a paid wall content? Many VTubers and artists, myself included, have our work posted there, often without our knowledge or consent. Even when content is reported and removed, it inevitably gets re-uploaded, as has happened to me repeatedly. This means I am forced to submit a separate DMCA claim for every single instance, even if it's the exact same image or video. And I think that's perfectly fine, but here we have this right here. He says he removes content within 24 hours only if it's reported, meaning that if no DMCA request is submitted, the leaked content simply remains on his site. A website claiming it's not a piracy website takes down paid content immediately and doesn't wait for a DMCA, which is usually used as a last resort. I will say, this goes to Rule 34. You need a better moderation team. Okay, if you want to have this whole thing of, hey, we try to take down this paid wall content, you need to be aware of what's paid wall and what's not. DMCA is a smart idea, but you already need to have that system in place to try to prevent that from actually happening. Okay, and to be fair to them right now, I keep throwing shade at how bad their moderation seems to be and how bad their system seems to be, but let's be really fair here. They just need to improve that thing. There's ways to do this. There's ways to go around it. And if you really want to stand on this ground of I'm not a piracy website, then you need to be proactive on all this and make sure what's being uploaded isn't piracy. That's for you to do. That is work that you need to be doing. It's not Saruei's fault that you're allowing this stuff to be up there. It doesn't matter if you have these DMCA takedowns. Honestly, this kind of sounds like you're crying that you're getting a bunch of DMCA takedowns. Like, think about this. Think about this whole drama when you actually sit down and start breaking it down, okay? You have this whole drama came up because you were getting a lot of DMCA takedowns from Saruei trying. You were getting a lot of her actual DMCA takedowns, legal notices to take this stuff down. So you started freaking out and getting mad about it. But if what she keeps saying here is true, that this content just keeps re-uploading, that's on you guys. What you're mad about is that she keeps having to take this stuff down. That means that you guys are effing up. You need to figure out your own shit. It's not her responsibility to figure that out. And in fact, she's doing what is actually responsible right now. Protecting her own IP. That is her responsibility. And she's doing that very viciously right now, which is a good move. You have all the rights in the world to do that with your own IP. Is fan artwork getting wrapped up to this? Obviously, but it kind of sounds like that's because your site's garbage. Just because your site's garbage doesn't mean that your site's garbage. That's your fault. if she's filing all these DMCAs and wrong content's getting filed into it, she's trying to correct it. But if that's going to keep happening, that's something that you yourself need to correct. It's not her fault that these are coming in. It's your fault for allowing that stuff to be there in the first place. A website claim, yeah, I already went over that. And here's all the things. Here's Patreon. That's a lot of Patreon stuff right here. Patreon rewards, Patreon link, Patreon exclusive, Patreon leak, Patreon only post. These don't sound right here like they're definitely not piracy things. Reward, exclusive, leaks, only post. I would have underlined this. When it comes to Fansly, I don't see all of them, but we see Fansly right there. With those tags in place, yeah, you have a lot of piracy problems. You need to go fix that shit. That's all in you. Oh, Jai. Still a lot of my Fansly videos / or paywall content, again, are up to date and accessible. So, wait. She keeps DMCAing the stuff, and yet it keeps reappearing. She even has, it's blurred out to the best of her ability, but if that stuff still keeps appearing right there, you need to solve that problem. Your moderation, not hers. This is your site. She's doing the job right now that she needs to be doing, but your site needs to start preventing this. You don't get to cry because somebody's putting out the flaws in your own website. Okay, and all the people that are going out there saying that, hey, this website's too big and they can't be asked to moderate it all. No, that's their responsibility. They want to do this whole moderation thing. They want to have a website like this. They are responsible for the moderation on said website. That is their own job. My paywall content still available at this. I'm not even going to try to say that. Regarding what he said here, this seems to be a commonly misunderstood thing. Those tags, such as Fansly and Patreon, are meta tags designed so that the user knows the source link points to a site where they can purchase or pay for content. Normally, they're used when one free image from a set is uploaded, and the source links to their paid site, where you can purchase or subscribe to view more. They are not intended for actual paid art. Those can be flagged for deletion. I'm trying to read this as best as I can with the way it's all set up. Or a takedown request can be submitted to DMCA whatever for a 24-hour response. If I grab a random result for a Patreon search query, see attached image, it goes to free image on the Patreon. The goal of Rule 34 is to drive as much traffic as possible to the paid sources, as stated at the bottom of the document. If you have any more good comments or questions I can explain, I'd love to hear them. So wait. Okay. Let's say this. Let's say, okay, these are meta tags that are being applied. Could these meta tags be applied to things that aren't paywalled? I mean, that are paywalled? Who's applying the meta tags? Who's initiating that stuff? Is that you guys manually doing that? Or is that the user who uploaded the picture doing that? Because then that kind of defeats the entire purpose of said tags. If that meta tag isn't being applied to by you guys and is being applied by the user, you don't even know what's being uploaded at that point in time. What is being uploaded is by the user. They're applying the tag. You have wiped your hands clean of it. So how does that process actually go down? But we have this. Oh, Lord. You can find VTubers Patreon / Fansly paywall content available on Rule 34, not just me, such as Feifei by example, and I just saw something that I'm probably gonna have to blur out for the video, but I'm gonna do this real quick, just to scroll down real quick, because it's right there. Should have worked a little bit better on that one. Feifei, well, Saruei goes to Feifei, and I'm gonna have to read this, you're gonna have to take my word for it. Hey there, Feifei. Do you have a minute, please? Yeah, what's up? Saruei links a Rule 34 image. This is a leaked art from your Fansly account, right? It's not a free preview. Feifei responds with, yeah, it has the Fansly URL at the bottom, so that means it was taken from my page. And she then has it right there, full frontal, over on Rule 34. I can hop back over here now, but I'm going to be careful. Feifei also showed more things that are Rule 34 and part of it, and says, well, just so I don't bombard you with any more, these are some more I know were exclusive to Fansly, with the first one being a very recent one. Just wanted? Oh, just wanted. Just wanted to put it here in one message in case you need it. And it links to even more of them. And I'm going down real quick, and I think I can pop it back up here. Sorry. One commentary there, Saruei. I saw nipples. You blurred out the rest of the stuff, but that one thing, I saw the nipples. I saw them. Hopefully I got away from them really fast, because holy shame. I could have brought more testimonies from other creators and artists. I could, but you sure it's a good idea to bring a lot of attention to this? I usually avoid even bringing up these sites because the last thing I want to do is tell everyone there's a place they can see my exclusive content for free. Yeah, I also understand your fear regarding this. That's why it's sad this is brought to the public. Creators don't want to bring attention to a website where their content are published there for free. Most people don't go after Rule 34 publicly, but I did because I truly hate feeling helpless, especially if it's affecting my friends. If we also want to be clear about this, I don't think Saruei... Again, I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. I don't think she actually, like, went after Rule 34 publicly. They went after her publicly. All I've been seeing her do is counterpunch and have to defend herself while trying to take down her private images. We don't know how many other creators are doing the same thing she's doing, but she's being dragged through the mud for trying to protect her own content right now, which she has the legal right to do. There's nothing wrong with her trying to protect her own IP. In fact, that's a smart idea. You have all the legal right to protect your IP. The problem is that fan art is being wrapped up into this, but we don't know how that is all being applied here. We keep hearing words from both sides, and I have no real reason to believe what is being said from Slayer Duck. In fact, it really does look like Slayer Duck's more crying because of the DMC notices, and we have evidence of people just crying out the wazoo about the DMC notices. I'm gonna do this again. He also claims that every piece of fan art that I don't own have been removed from Rule 34, which is simply untrue. Even now, when you search for Saruei VTuber, you get redirected to his document, yet fan art of me is still visible by searching for tags like gray hair, red eyes, or scar across eye. These are all beautiful pieces I haven't reported, which is why they remain available. And so he's spreading misinformation when stating all, when maybe just a few got removed wrongly by cam model protection. I am completely fine with fan art of me being on these websites as long as it's not leaked content that was originally behind a paywall. Which she has reiterated this point over and over and over again, and the only people that keep saying that she's anti-fan art or anti-anything are people that are schizoing out that she's even trying to protect her own content to begin with. And mind you, there are people schizoing out that she's trying to DMCA her own paywall content. That is really weird in my opinion. The people that are full-fledged schizoing out that she's trying to, you know, protect her content, I don't understand that one. And I could, like, we'll see a few of them here in a bit once we get into, like, the responses to people. It is really creepy. Like, they're trying to demonize her for posting the DMCAs, for doing all the stuff that they're doing, or that she's doing. And it's like, but she has the right to do that. That is her content. That is what she paywalls right there. She has all the legal right to go out there and try to fight to take it down. Why are you freaking out that she's trying to protect her own goods? For a site that really is like pro art and everything like that, if you actually get priced out essentially. If your art's going out there for free, you're not making that money. It doesn't seem like that ends up meaning that art's not going to be made anymore. If Saruei can't make money, she can't make the she can't make the art. That means art has to come down. She can't produce content anymore. So being pro art would mean you are okay with her DMCAing this stuff, or you need to put in the work to properly moderate it all. And all I've been seeing is that you're not putting into work to moderate it. The way I have to do this again, because I know it's censored, but I don't even want to take a risk. Okay. When filing a DMCA claim, you usually have to dox yourself, such as giving your name, surname, and address. That's why people don't bother doing it, or they hire a company to take down content for them. For my case, cam model protection. As far as I know, nowhere on his website has he claimed that these pieces of information were not needed to take down posts, and if he did, then it's not made clear enough. And to be fair, they have since come out here to try to, well, say that you never needed to do this and this is only a one-time thing and it's a blah, 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 blah. No, in most instances, in order to take down content, you do need to have your full legal name. It's actually a common practice in order to copyright something, which is a DMCA, you know, deny those kind of requests, you know, copyright, DMCA, any of that, you do need to have like all that information, or you need to go through a business like Cam Model, or like your own personal business essentially would end up doing that. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying, Legatus. But I was not paying attention to anything that was going on there, Legatus. I'm not even gonna lie. Granted, yeah, Restreams have been having an issue like reposting what's been said in other areas. So yes, technically you do need to not full-fledged dox yourself, but you do need to give like legal connective tissue to prove that this is your content. So to act like that's false, which there's a lot of people that have been saying that that's not true, only after the fact. But most cases that is the case. So I don't know what the whole argument here is. At the end of the day, I understand his frustration with how poorly Cam Model Protection handled the situation. However, I wish he could also understand my perspective and the actual artists, not regular users online, having to repeatedly take down our paywall content while we have followers who genuinely enjoy and support our work to get these exclusive content, I would have said, not contents, but it's incredibly frustrating to remove the same leaked videos and content month after month for an entire year now. I hesitated for a while before deciding whether to address this situation, as you saw in my earlier post. Speaking up means directly acknowledging and, in a way, promoting exclusive paywall content from the platform, not just mine, but other creators as well. If Slayer Ducky truly cared about supporting artists and content creators alike, as he claims, then he wouldn't allow categories like Patreon reward, Patreon exclusive, Patreon link, or even Fansly. Instead of letting users freely post whatever they want, he should take responsibility by reviewing each submission individually and ensuring it has the artist's consent before allowing it on his site. We shouldn't have to constantly monitor his website every time we release paywall content on our platform just to protect our work. And yes, actually that comes with it. I've seen some people say it's too big of a website. He can't manage that. That's not fair for him. You know, that's not right. That's not fair, blah, 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 blah. But that comes with the territory. If this is the website you want, if this is the website you want to put out there, you know, the art, the share art, do all this, do all the naughty no-no art, do all that stuff. If this is the website you want to be promoting everywhere, okay, then you need to do the work and properly moderate it. Doesn't matter if, well, I don't have the financial system to do all this. I don't have this or this. Figure it out. Figure it out. That does fall on you. You need a better moderation system. And I can see more down below. I'm going to do this real quick before I keep moving forward, just to double check. Okay, I could share this. again, I have to be careful here, but my art contest from 2022. And while we are at it, I recently came across a Reddit post spreading very concerning misinformation claiming that I scammed artists out of $5,000. Oh, wow. I probably wouldn't have put this here. To be fair, I probably would not have put this here, Saruei. I'm trying again. I wouldn't have put this here because this actually starts diverting from the overall issue. If you're going to be going over this whole thing here, you should do a separate Google Document in and of itself. This is completely untrue. The past art contest controversy was never about money. The issue arose because some artists were upset that their submissions weren't showcased during the winner reveal stream. At the time, I had mistakenly assumed that some entries were traced and responded unprofessionally. I've learned from the experience and continue to work on improving how I handle situations like this. Remember the contest she did where she scammed someone out of $5,000 just because she felt like being an a-hole? Like, literally no justification for it. She just had an ego trip. Okay, yeah. To be fair, I don't think this is really relevant to the current situation, so I actually would not have included that Saruei. Make an entirely different one. But it continues on, guys. It continues on after the Google Docu. Now, again, Saruei has not come out and said more on this situation after this Google Docu, except in, well, some replies. Because we'll come over here. Obviously, this is her repeating it, but Gelburo, which I do believe is another site in which they basically share art all over the place, also responds to her Google Docu. I'm glad you are taking this more seriously and have corrected a single instance of mistakes today. However, there are hundreds of other links impacted by this company you hired. You may want to audit all their notice for accuracy and maybe demand they retract all their notices and refund you every penny you spent on their service once you see how many times they have actually perjured you. They have actually perjured you. I mean, they took down your own Gumroad page for F's sake. This honestly sounds more like a concern posting, especially with what's about to come up next, because Saruei did respond. Yes, I did ask Cam Model Protection to remove their claims on content I have never mentioned to them. It's quite late here. They're EU-based, so I'm expecting a response by tomorrow and will keep you updated. And yes, they did make mistakes, like wrongfully taking down my own Gumroad page, my Wikia, and even one of my old tweets. I have no intention on getting content removed unless it's actually paywalled or that I own. That's a very professional response there. That's a very good response. This is her saying, hey, there's been faults here. There's been failings here. There's issues going on here. I am trying to take notice of it and rectify said issues. It has even impacted me, for crying out loud. That's a fair, good response. Here's what Gelbrew responded with. Whether it was your intention or not, it happened. It happened to us too, and I'm also fed up with it. Sorry, don't really know your platform, and if you're, again, this more seems like you're crying about getting DMCA'd for the rightful content as well. These are legal documents. Do not screw around. This is incredibly serious. My advice to you is to fix the mistakes by retracting all the notices that this company sent and work with someone else who can do a better job. Do your due diligence to make sure your rights are correctly protected. Our site does not allow pay content to be uploaded. Well, I want to see facts on that one. I need to see receipts, buddy, because if it's anything like Rule 34, where they're saying, hey, we don't allow this stuff to be uploaded, but then it gets uploaded anyways, and she has to file a DMCA to take it down no matter what. I need a receipt, buddy, to believe that right now. But people try to get around this by not tagging, sourcing, cropping images, etc. These users are banned once it's brought to our attention, so it does get uploaded. And it requires somebody else to bring it to your attention. So what you're saying, again, is you're getting DMCA'd rightfully, and even though you rectify it after the fact, you're still getting DMCA'd rightfully. So you're just crying about getting DMCA'd. Got it. Got it. Rightfully getting DMCA'd on most of these occasions, mind you. The company you hired is still hitting the tag Saruei VTuber. This tag, Deceptor, is not exclusively your work on most bureau-styled sites following the same search syntax. This is a character tag. It can exist on your work if you draw yourself, along with artist's tag Saruei. So if it's just going after this tag, more than likely she just needs to change it up a little bit. Like, they're doing their job. They're actively going out there and DMCAing the content she wants. She just needs to tweak it more. So yeah, I don't really see the problem here, other than she just needs to communicate with them better. You should really consider ceasing doing business with companies like this. This company has really been doing you zero favors with their actions over the past year. Even worse than that, according to you, they are killing your brand without your knowledge. Working with a company like this is a great way to lose tons of fans, business, and relevancy online, running your business into the ground since 20XX. I don't really think you have any case to be arguing here. Like, the first two things, I would actually have to say professional, even though it seems more concern-ish. It does honestly come off as you're just crying that you're getting DMCA'd. Rightfully DMCA'd, mind you. And more than likely, you also need to fix your moderation system. Again, I get it. It's going to be hard, but you've taken this path. This is your career choice. This is what you want your platform to be. You need to do the work. Saruei's doing her part. You need to do your part to correct the wrongs. Quit acting like it's all Saruei's fault. It's also your fault, and I think that's the first time I said her name correctly. But then we also have Slayer Duck coming back with his own response. Boy, oh boy, this is a doozy, guys. I'm looking forward to hearing back from Cam Model Protect. We have never received a human response. I'd like to correct some points from the document, though, in brief. Yeah, this was very, very brief. This was very brief. By the way, shout out to you, Wayfarer. How you doing? The images you referenced are in soft deletion. What? What's soft deletion? I can still see them. I can still notice them. So what's a soft deletion? If you click them, they won't display, but I can still restore them. I need confirmation from Cam Model Protect as they filed legal paperwork, so I can't use a tweet to restore them. But that's soft deletion, so they're not fully deleted. So what are you complaining about? If you could just restore everything with a click, what's the issue? I don't get this whole soft deletion. What's a soft deletion? Is it that I've privated them for right now and I'll restore them later? What does a soft deletion mean? This doesn't make any sense. No major platform in the world can check every single upload. Bullshit. Bullshit. You want to know why that's bullshit? YouTube does. Every upload must get past YouTube's own services. Facebook does. Instagram does. Well, that's Meta. All those sites do. They have to check it all. You want to know why they have to check it all? Because they need to make sure that nothing pirated gets out there. X even does it. For fuck's sakes, I saw the latest episode of South Park on X today, and now it's gone. Every website has to check what gets uploaded. Yes, things are going to slip through, but they have to. To say no major platform does that is a fucking lie. Full-fledged, out-of-pocket lie. YouTube checks it. That's why I have to be a little careful on everything that I post right now. So it was all a grift for money then. Fight for free speech. When you settle, you have to sign an NDA. What happened to free speech? Nothing was changed. We will get into that later, TrumpTuber. We will get into that later. Don't you worry, buddy. People can upload paid content to any large website, and it gets immediately taken down by said website, and users get banned. Most of the times, it's not even the other people that have to come in there and actually take it down. The website acknowledges it, that it's a not their thing, and it gets taken down. YouTube again checks everything that gets uploaded. There's entire YouTube check programs. Anybody that uploads videos to YouTube knows that. In fact, even over on Twitch, there's entire copyright systems. All that stuff exists everywhere. Acting like this isn't out of the like nobody does this is an idiotic statement in itself. And if your argument's going to end up being, well, they have the money to do it, figure it the fuck out then. Do you verify if artists consent to having their art on your Discord for every single picture each user posts? How do you know that she's not? How do you know that she's not doing that? And on top of that, that's still public. Well, no, that would actually go against it. How do you know that she's not doing that? How do you know that she hasn't discussed that with somebody? How do you know that that isn't the case right there? More than likely it is. More than likely, here's the thing, more than likely the artists themselves are posting it there. That's probably what's happening most of the time. Moderation team. Our moderation team does their best by reviewing new accounts and terminating repeat offenders. Yeah, but that's the accounts, not the posts themselves. You actually need to figure out how to moderate the post. Just because maybe an account does decently here or there, you still need to figure out how to do the post itself. The screenshot of rule34.us is not my website. I run rule34 whatever, and I probably need to bleep those out. So that's going to be something I have to actually edit out. But yes, apparently he's freaking out because you cited the wrong Rule 34 because there's like 55 different Rule 34s. We have always deleted in any of Cam Model Protect's valid DMCA requests and have been trying to resolve this for a year now. Only today have you asked them not to shotgun fire complaints targeting fan art. How do you know that? Legitimately, how do you know that that's not what's been happening behind the scenes? Only today she did this? How do you know? In fact, when you actually go back up here, you're looking forward to this. We have never received a human response. So how do you know? You've only received bot responses. So how do you know she hasn't said this to them on multiple occasions? Those two things can't exist at the same time. You don't know what she's talked to them about. You have no idea what they've talked about because you yourself have openly admitted you not talked to anybody at the website itself. Don't be playing these stupid freaking games. You don't need to dox yourself to file a takedown. We don't require your address or name. Most sites do though, so quit acting like after the fact is something different. Most websites do require that. So just because your website might be an exception to the rule, that doesn't mean she doesn't have the right to be wary of that. We're not a piracy website, and claiming so, in fact, slander. Is in fact slander. No, I would say that you are a piracy website. I actually would. If you're reporting these complaints yourself, it doesn't make sense that we received around 14 complaints targeting an entire tag. She probably has told them to target these tags as well, gone after these things. It's, again, probably self-explanatory, but I get it. Smooth brains. I've already explained why we have Patreon and Fansly tags. Finding a paid post doesn't invalidate an entire tag. Actually, it kind of does. It actually does kind of invalidate the entire tag because we're starting to see that there are paid posts there when you yourself said that there aren't paid posts under that thing. So that actually goes against your entire statement already. So the fact that there's one, how do we know that there's not more? You see the problem there, saying, well, you just found one. That doesn't invalidate at all. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. We already know that there's more paid content out there that's under that whole thing. So you can't say that it doesn't invalidate it because you outright does invalidate it. Actually, it does. Again, right here. This seems to be a commonly misunderstood thing. Those tags, such as Fansly and Patreon, are meta tags. Nah. I've already explained why tags are created by users and can literally say anything. It's both a blessing and a curse running a community-driven platform. Well, then you need to start checking those tags more often. You seriously need to start checking all those tags more often than not. You need to be doing the work there. You need to figure that out. You can't let that just be the way it is. If you're basically having this platform where all this stuff is going on and you're only addressing it after the fact, you need to be more proactive on that stuff. Quit bitching about being asked to do the modicum of work on your own website. Once we receive confirmation that all the previous complaints were incorrect, we'll restore the content and stop the redirect to the document. Thank you so much for finally communicating with Cam Model Protect. Again, you don't know that she hasn't been trying to communicate with them for a while now, so enough with that garbage. All I could say to this, considering we're starting to run this all down, where I end on this whole thing as of right now, I do think Saruei is in the right. I don't see any problem with what she is doing. By the way, Trump Tuber, we are just about to get into all that. Don't you worry, buddy. And I do have my own thoughts on all this. Don't worry. When it comes to this, she has the right to do the DMCA. She has the right to viciously go after her own IP and her own creative works. That is her right as the creator of said works. Obviously, she has imposed a third party to do all this stuff. It does seem like the third party got very liberal on what it was that they needed to be taking down, but at the same time, when I'm taking a look at all this stuff that's coming out from Rule 34, where there's smoke, there's fire, it's pretty clear that you are allowing people to constantly upload paid content on your website. You're posting pirated content on your website, and it doesn't matter how many times you say, well, you can get to us here. Okay, but she's been doing this battle for a long ass time now and has been struggling to take down that content over and over and over again. If it keeps going back up 2 weeks later, that's something that you yourself need to start fixing. That's on you at the end of the day. You need to better your own moderation team. You need to start being more proactive in what people are uploading. You do need to impose a system in which you scan what they are uploading and making sure that it isn't pirated content. And to say that no website makes sure that what they're uploading isn't pirated content, literally YouTube does. YouTube literally has an entire system to make sure that you're not uploading pirated content or content that somebody already has a claim to. For crying out loud, you talk to any YouTuber, any video creator, they all know this stuff. They know copyright laws. They understand the copyright system in and of itself. So to sit there and act like nobody understands the stuff, that's a bold-faced lie if I've ever seen it. I'm on Saruei's side right now. I haven't seen any reason to not be on her side, and honestly, I think Cam Model Protect is doing a decent job. They might be very vicious at what they're going after, but I don't really see her going after fan art. It's very clear she's not going after fan art. What's going on right now is a bunch of websites that have been allowing bad actions to take place on their websites are crying that they're being told to actually do work. That's all I'm seeing. And I've seen some people try to go out of the way to say that, oh my God, you lived long enough to see yourself become the villain. Oh, you're pro censorship, you're pro this. No, I'm pro her protecting her own IP. I'm pro her going after her content. I'm pro her taking down her paid wall content. And I think that's a smart thing to do. It's not an easy battle. There's gonna be other websites that allow this stuff to happen. It's always going to happen, but just because it's always going to happen doesn't mean that it's not a fight to actually try to take on. It doesn't mean that creators shouldn't be doing the good fight to try to protect their own intentions, because at the end of the day, if we just allow frickin' all their content to be thrown out into the wilderness willy-nilly for free, they're going to lose their bottom dollar and people aren't going to make art anymore. If they understand that they can't make art, they can't post it anywhere without it actually being taken down by just about anything, what's the point in doing it at all? But that's what I have to say on this right now. Again, I'm going to be following this with every new inclusion within the story. I just think a lot of these sites are just crying because they're being asked to actually do basic work. But that's my take on it right now. And with that out of the way, sorry, Trump Tuber, I know you wanted me to get into the Gina Carano stuff super fast. I am also trying to clip some of the stuff out so I can make videos for tomorrow. And the Saruei stuff was something I really been wanting to do. I wanted to do it yesterday, but I have to do it today. Before we get into Gina, because I do like to try to break some of this stuff up a little bit, because the Gina Carano thing, truthfully, I think there's a little bit more nuanced in the Gina Carano thing than what we expect, and I just saw somebody shoving something up their bum. That was not what I was expecting to actually see right now when I opened up Dex. So that's there. Okay, thank God I wasn't sharing my thing. Some people, not many, are calling it out. I have seen some people call it out. I'm gonna give my criticism where I can give my criticism, buddy. Don't you worry. I'm gonna give my criticism where I can. What I do want you to realize, Trump Tuber, this is a part of the legal process. The fact that she even got to discovery, massive. Massive. Okay? You've been in law for years. You get what's going on. Law firm. You've been in a law firm. But this is massive. We don't know the exact details, though, Trump Tuber. You have to realize that we don't know the exact details of what's going on. There could be things that we are not privy to as to why they had to settle. That's just something to take into account in all this. But before we get into all that, I do want to point something out. I saw this the other day. And you know what? I kind of agree with Keemstar. By the way, Kick bot. Oh, yay. Legatus on the roll over on Kick. What would I do without you, Legatus? What would I do without you, buddy? Because I see that that's already gone. Good job, buddy. It's also called Sue Kick. And it's all like, oh my gosh, I think you should be great on Kick. Affiliate right here. It's called Sue Kick. But before we go into the actual Gina stuff. Okay? Before we get into Gina, I saw Keemstar post this out yesterday. And Yeet shared this, but Keemstar made this. But Keemstar speaks on the predicament he finds himself in, where he wants to be the bad guy, but his enemies end up being worse. This is funny.
No one understands. No one will ever fucking understand my struggle. You don't fucking get it.
You are evil. You're drinking a Diet Coke. Come on, man. It's Dr. Pepper all the way.
All I want to be is pure evil. I want to be the bad guy so bad. I try everything I can possibly do to be the fucking bad guy. But I'm always in a fucking fight or a feud with pure evil, which turns me into the fucking good guy, and my reputation over the last couple years has been ruined. How many times have you motherfuckers been like, you know what, I kind of fucking like Keem. You know what, I agree with Keem here, or yeah, Keem's the good guy, or you fucking find yourself fucking agreeing with me, right? I don't want it. I want to be the fucking bad guy, but I keep going up against pure fucking evil.
I mean, think about it. Think about the people that he's actually going up against. Think about everybody who he's been fighting with online. Mind you, I am blocked by Keemstar. I'm not a huge Keemstar fan, especially during the whole Mr. Beast stuff. I think he was carrying water for fucking Mr. Beast, and I think he started going after Jake the Viking very unfairly and very screwed up. But let's be fair here. Who are the people in the grand scheme of things that are some of the worst individuals on the internet right now that Keemstar has probably gone up against? Let's see. There's Denims, Mike from PA, probably basically every big named lolcow awful human being you can think of. Everybody in the Hassan orbit, the Destiny orbit, fucking Boogie, all these people he's gone up against, and it's like, wow. Wow. What's the bad thing Keemstar does? From time to time, he gets accused of basically scripting out certain scenarios here and there. But when it goes to all the other shit that's going on, yeah, you're kind of decent. Like, the worst thing I could say is you have a very young fiance and or wife. So what happened to Jake? Is he blacklisted by our people? I'm not going to say he's blacklisted by our people, dude. I'm not blacklisting Jake, because what happened to Jake the Viking, and that was during the Mr. Beast saga. So during the Mr. Beast saga, you ended up having, people come out as ghettos, kitty diddlers, and things like that. One of the people, by the way, this was Dogpack that brought this to the attention of individuals, and by all these people think Dogpack was full of bullshit, but they believe this one thing just because it was true. So take that as you will, but Dogpack pointed out that one of the people that was working for Mr. Beast, that was supposed to be behind the scenes, did in fact have charges against him. from long ago. That man ended up being proven as being related to Jake the Viking, who was doing like a lot of the call outs on Mr. Beast and what was going on there. People then started dragging Jake the Viking. So I'll also give criticism where criticism is due. Jake didn't handle all the situation very well, but when you actually started looking at the situation, it didn't make much sense, and people were calling Jake the Viking a hypocrite for not talking about his brother-in-law when his brother-in-law wasn't a part of the topic until he was made a part of the topic. And even when people started looking into like the brother-in-law situation, it was an accusation from years ago, before the internet, before anything could be proven, and some of the things just weren't really lining up or making much sense. So I don't even know if like the accusations against him and the charges against him were legit or valid, or if he didn't get railroaded by the system. But because of that, people started going after him, saying that he was a pedo defender when there's no actual evidence that he was. Like, I can lay out that entire situation and go like, I don't think Jake the Viking was what you guys were claiming him to be, and I don't think he was a hypocrite, and I don't think that situation was as cut and dry as people wanted to make it out to be. But what I'll also say is, outside of that, Keemstar's right. He wants to battle Hassan. Hassan ends up being a terrorist supporter. He wants to battle Destiny. Destiny ends up being proven as a full-fledged sex pest that goes around leaking people's... well, basically doing revenge porn and committing crimes. He wants to go up against Boogie. Well, Boogie's Boogie. He wants to fight all these people. The only person, like legitimately, everybody he tries to fight ends up just being worse than him. So he's not allowed to be the villain. Not at all. It's like, I want to be the heel, but I'm by de facto a fucking babyface, and I don't want to be a babyface. I'm willing to bet Keemstar misses the days when he was the internet's villain, and now he's no longer allowed to do that. He now has to be loved by everybody because he's usually not the bad guy. Which is weird. Full on weird. But I wanted to hit that before we got into the big news. Okay, I wanted to hit that before we got into the big news. Making sure I have the timeline right. Okay? Actually, let me pull one thing up. I want to get the initial thing before I start, just to help lay this out. Okay. Gina Carano gets win. I'm trying to get the initial moment just to be safe. Where was the first? And I want to bring us here right now because we're about to do this, okay? We are now about to get into the big topic of today, the topic that broke really, really fast, because for the past was it over a year? Yeah, it's been over a year at this point. Gina Carano has actually been in a lawsuit with the Disney Corporation. She was filing for sexual discrimination, which, let's be fair here, they 100% did. She was filing to try to prove that they were discriminating against her based on her based on sexuality, and allowing her not allowing her to basically say what she wanted to say. Remember, she was a little bit more conservative. That doesn't mean she was a Republican. That doesn't mean she was outright conservative. She could have been a classical liberal person, but she was a little bit more outspoken in a lot of things that she believed in. You know, beep, bop, boop, all that stuff. She was a little bit more funny. But let's not mince words here. Over at Disney, they 100% were discriminating against her because she couldn't say what she wanted to say, like beep, bop, boop. And at the same time, they were allowing Pedro Pascal to call half the country freaking Nazis. This lawsuit obviously has been going on for a long time now. Over a year, actually, Trump tuber. Over a year. This is from February of 6th, 2024, when this all came out. This is August 2025. So it's been going on for quite some time. And she's been getting wins, 100%. Gina Carano gets another big win against Disney as court rejects Disney's attempt to block Discovery as it appears to dismiss the case. Then we get Disney motion to dismiss Gina Carano's lawsuit was denied. We were getting massive wins all over the place. She even got into Discovery. She was getting into some serious areas. And today we started off pretty much with this at 11:11 a.m. And the truth shall set you free. What was going on here? What was going on right here? What was happening? Because this is a little bit weird to come out. Well, we do have this. And this got out at 3:53, but Disney and Lucasfilm had settled Gina Carano legal dispute over her firing from The Mandalorian due to offensive posts. It was not over offensive posts. Nothing she posted was offensive, you nutcases. But Mrs. Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff, and she worked hard to perfect her craft while treating her colleagues with kindness and respect. With the lawsuit concluded, we look forward to I cannot speak right now. And identifying opportunities to work together with Mrs. Carano in the near future. Now, to be fair, this was a wrongful termination lawsuit. One of the things that she was having to sue for was to get her roles back. That doesn't mean she actually wants to go back and work with Disney. This is just a possibility to do, so they have to say this. Here's the thing, though, is they settled. They did settle. And I'm going to get into Gina's response here before I give my personal opinions here, because we were told she was never going to settle. Let's be fair. We were told that that was the case, but we have this from Gina. I have come to an agreement with Disney Lucasfilm, which I believe is the best outcome for all parties involved. I hope this brings some healing to the force. I can't read. I wanted to extend my deepest and most heartfelt gratitude to Elon Musk, a man I've never met who did this good Samaritan deed for me in funding my lawsuit. Thank you, Mr. Mux and X, for backing my case and asking for nothing in return. To my lawyers at whatever, Scherer Jaffe, who walked me through this unknown territory, thank you for your wisdom and guidance. I am humbled and grateful to God for his love and grace in this outcome. I'd like to thank you all for your unrelenting support throughout my life and career. You've been the heartbreak that has kept my story alive. I hope to make you proud. I'm excited to flip the page and move on to the next chapter. My desires remain in the arts, which is where I hope you will join me. Yes, I'm smiling. From my heart to yours, Gina. Now, we were told originally, okay, that she wasn't going to settle ever. Now, to be fair, and I am going to be fair here, and this is coming to my mind right now, and I'm going to look this up. Did she ever actually say that? And I'm just pointing this out just to be safe, okay? I just want to be safe on all this. And I see what you're saying, Trump Tuber. I think the settlement was probably always going to be what we ended up getting, but did she herself ever actually say, hey, I'm going to battle this out? I just want to double check before I move forward with this. Gina Carano says she will never settle with Disney. I don't think so either. I just want to double check to make sure that I am getting this accurate. Obviously, fudge. I'm gonna have to play this long, hard game. Because I wonder if other people were saying that, and that's what we're taking this into, taking this from. So let me go custom range. I'm going all the way back to when she first filed back in February 2024. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to December 1st of 2024, just to double check. Check F&T. That might be the case. I don't know if she outright said it, though. That's an important thing. I only heard Drunk, Jeremy, and Valiant say it. I remember hearing Nerdrotic say it, but I don't ever think she herself has said that she would ever actually take the settlement. So I'm trying to just see this real quick, okay? I'm just trying to see. Like, I'm Googling it real quick. What if I take this and let's throw into X? Sometimes X has a better thing. And I just want to, it's on Disparu's video of her X post. Let me, here. I'll pull up Disparu's video real quick, just because I think if she did say it, listen, she said it. She said it, and she needs, listen, you went against it, okay? I'm just trying to double check. I'm just trying to double check. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So let me pull up Disparu's video on this real quick. No, you would have to sit and listen to comb through it. I would, well, I mean, I can do that. I have no problem with that. I have no problem listening to a Disparu. And oh god, where the heck is it? Okay, I'll probably have to dig for this one, because to be fair, I don't know if she did say it or didn't. I want to just, and the reason why I'm specifying this, if she did say it or didn't, because if she did say it, she is going against the audience. She promised she would never settle. If Elon, I know Elon Musk said that they don't plan on settling. That was Elon. I remember Elon saying that, okay? I do remember Elon Musk coming out here and making that exact statement that she will never settle. I do have her old tweet here about the actual lawsuit. I look forward with all my right. Artist sign. Months. To my surprise, a few months ago, I received an email. I would like to, as for me, I would love to pick up where I left off. The country's entertainment. Thank you. Yeah, I don't see anywhere that you would have said it. Elon 100% said that he was never going to settle. Like, I have her initial post here, but I'm not seeing where settlement would come up, and I'm not trying to read through this all. Okay? I'm not. Mainly because we've gone over this stuff multitude of times. I know other people have said they don't want her to settle. I know Elon said he didn't want her to settle. And the settlement is that important thing. Adam says that he's 90% sure. There could be that 1% that she did say it somewhere. I don't remember. It's been so long. It's been over a year when we've been covering this whole thing. The reason why that is important is because if she said so, it is breaking her word to her audience and fans that she was never going to settle, because we didn't want her to settle. Anybody saying that they wanted her to settle? No, we wanted this to go all out. We wanted to get those information. We wanted to see what was going to come out here. But if she never said that she wouldn't settle, this probably is the best outcome that she was always going to get. She got the proof that they screwed up. She got information that they probably needed. Simultaneously, she did get into Discovery. Okay, she did get into Discovery. And they were pulling weird games with her. Remember, they were doing weird back and forths, trying to hide what she can look at, what she can't look at, what she could look at, what she couldn't look at. They were doing all this weird hullabaloo stuff. There is a chance, mind you, there is a chance some of the stuff that Gina wanted was no longer within the was no longer around. And that's me saying they might have deleted it. Disney might have played dirty. I'm only pointing this out, not saying that they did, not accusing them of doing it, because yes, that would be breaking the law, but I'm only pointing this out that, hey, that could be a case. That could be a possibility. What she needed wasn't in the Discovery things. So because they were at a stalemate, the only option was to end up settling. Which does suck. I'm going to be out here saying it. I think it does suck. We all wanted the Discovery for the content. Okay? Adam says it right there, and I'm trying to find my water jug again. Sorry, I'm so thirsty today. We all wanted that, okay? Every one of us wanted what was in the Discovery. And there is a logical chance what we wanted was no longer around. I'm just going to flat out come out and say it. I did see that Legal Mindset is streaming about this right now. He might have some other takes on this that I'm not privy to. Excuse me. But because we have a settlement, that does mean that we're not going to get all the information we want. We're not going to get all the goodies here. But it is probably the best outcome. It is probably the best move forward. And yes, Adam, we are going to talk about this because there's nothing else to talk about. It is probably the best outcome out of all this. It is probably the best thing that we can get right now. And again, there's other things that were happening behind the scenes that we ourselves are not involved in. Plus, we do know that Disney was trying to silence at least Rachel Zegler. Told her multiple occasions to shut the F up because she 100% was ruining the lawsuit for them. Gina Carano could have used Rachel Zegler on any occasion to help her in this situation. So, and I am trying to keep up with your guys' chats. Don't get me wrong. I am trying to keep up with you. But suits like these end in non-disclosure agreements and non-disparagement agreements. It's a thing all the time now. Even with small cases, it's a settlement. Yeah, I agree. Settlements come with releases where you are releasing the defendant of all responsibility related to this claim in exchange for settlement. It's a loss for us, win only for her and her alone. I don't disagree, but at the same time, I think it's a loss for us that we don't get the proof. But at the same time, I wanted Gina to win. Gina won. In the grand scheme of things, it is still a win. It's a bittersweet win, if you want to think about it. Where it's like the bittersweet losses. This is a bittersweet win. It's not quite the win we wanted. It's not. We wanted that stuff. We wanted the behind-the-scenes information. We desired that stuff. Full stop. We wanted to see just how deep that sickness went. We wanted the indictment of Kathleen Kennedy so we could just drag her through the streets legitimately. Let's not even mince words here. We wanted that proof to just vindicate us all. And we didn't get it. And when I say drag her through the streets, I don't mean literally, I mean figuratively. Get your panties out of the wad. We wanted that stuff. We're not going to get it. What we did get, though, was that Gina won. Even when you come over here, I know some people are saying this isn't an apology. This is probably the best apology we're going to get. Them saying that they look forward to identifying the opportunities. Reminder, this was a wrongful termination lawsuit as well. So they have to say that. Gina has to say, I look forward to working with him again, because that was a part of the lawsuit entirely. This is probably all we're going to get as a apology or anything like that. But to think, what could have been behind the scenes that we don't know about? What could have been so bad that they all had to just agree to settle? What could have been the information that they were missing that they had to just say, hey, we wanted to settle? Because remember, even when it came to the discovery and the motions and everything, Disney fought the discovery tooth and nail. Disney was very much fighting discovery. They didn't want information to come out. Who knows what information they could have, fiddled around with, gotten rid of to try to hide some stuff. Maybe they didn't hide enough, but they just hid it. Maybe they didn't hide it all. Gina saw what she needed to see, but at the same time, they hid enough that they just couldn't move forward. That's just some realities of what's going on here. And I know that's a little tin hat theories and stuff, but it's a bittersweet end to this, no matter what I say. People are going to be upset that she settled. People are going to be happy that she settled. People are going to be happy that she's at least not going to be dragged through the mud anymore. But at the same time, we do get some tards, because I do have Night and Melvin. I don't really care what he says here, but you got Saruei loves. Whatever. I don't even care about this bit. But never forget that she begged to come back to Star Wars because every other career move she tried to make on her own miserably failed. Talentless hack. Shame on Disney. That was a part of the whole lawsuit to actually, correct everything. She was actually forced to do that. And you do see what Knights of Melvin says here. Never forget, Sal, whatever the fuck her name is, got kicked out of her PhD program because she's insane. She is now a flight attendant. She failed miserably to become a scientist. Her podcast also failed because she's a talentless hack. And in fact, I have looked at like her podcast and her YouTube channel. Nobody watches that stuff. Nobody does. Those people they're angry right now with Disney. They're angry that Disney settled. And that makes me happy. That makes me happy knowing that they're also upset, that they're all freaking out because they have nothing. Gina won at the end of the day. Gina won, and they can't get around that fact. Nobody can ignore that fact. She won. She just didn't win in the way we wanted her. That's pretty much it. So take it as you will. It is a win. It's not the greatest win, but yeah. Recording stopped. I did see you bring up something about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, though. Check F&T. Now Disney can go without consequences. I only heard drunk Jeremy. I know you said something about Amber Heard. I wanted to know what you were saying there, Trump tuber. She claimed left-going fascist, possibly pedobascal pushed Trump fans are Nazis. That's true. Settlement is great for the individual, but not good for the movement. Pro-free speech, pro-truth. Think about Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard situation with Disney. We didn't get that. L for society and civilization. I don't know if it's an L for society or civilization. No, there's also depositions where we could have deposed the people in charge under oath. Imagine that evidence. Oh, that would have been beautiful evidence. All those depositions. But think about that. There could have been reasons as to why they had to settle. Always remember that. There's stuff that went behind the scenes that we just don't know about. Sorry for all those sounds. I'm thirsty as fuck today. There's always stuff. There's something we're not gonna know, which sucks. It does suck. Like, I know people are gonna get tired of me bringing up VTubers, but it's the best example I have here. When it comes to VTubers, a lot of the times when those people leave the companies, you never know what's going on, so that leads to rampant speculation, but you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. When Gargura left Hololive, when Fauna left Hololive, you don't know what's actually going on behind the scenes. You never do. Bro, it's all about the money. It could be. It literally could be all about the money. Money could have been drying up and they just couldn't afford it anymore. You don't know. Like, those are factors that we just don't know about. So, as I see it right now, it is a win. It's just a bittersweet win. She accepted the money instead of fighting for what counts. Oh crap, VTubers, heck yeah. I disagree. Trump tuber, I disagree because there might not have been something that she could have done anymore. She could have been, her back could have been up against the wall and you couldn't do anything. It's not about the money for the plaintiff. Yeah, Depp donated his winnings. He didn't keep it, so it's the situation we have. I am happy that she won. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that this is over. Because she can actually move forward and say that, hey, I got my things back. I can go forward. They are probably gonna have to retract some of the statements they made. So we'll see how that goes. Courts aren't courts. I can't read what you say, Frank. I'm trying. Courts aren't our friends. Guaranteed to line lawyer wallets, though. Yeah. They just had. You don't know that for a fact, Trump tuber. That is something, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that you aren't right in feeling the way you're feeling right now. You just don't know that for sure. Nobody knows what went on behind the scenes. Like, it could be they talked her into the settlement. It could be, hey, we just don't have enough evidence. It could be all sorts of craziness. It could have just been, hey, I'm ready to just end this. You don't know. She could have just been mentally exhausted with it. But for sure it was a payoff. I think that's just jumping the gun a little bit. I don't see her doing that. Although I do know a lot of people thought she was never going to settle, and she did settle. So that is a knock. And there's a lot of people that are going to have to be eating crow right now. I know somebody who did say they were never going to settle, and I know Gary said that he thought she would never settle. I know for a fact Jeremy said it, and Jeremy's all happy with what's going on right now. And it's like, but you guys said she was never going to settle. I know Jake said that she was never going to settle, and they're all happy right now. It's like, but you guys said she was never going to do that. So she did. So that goes against you guys right there. I thought she was never going to settle because of all this stuff. And I do look like an idiot. That does kind of hurt. I was never seeing her settling. So I disagree, Trump tuber. I don't think it's a catastrophic disaster for free speech. I disagree. Because this wasn't a free speech lawsuit at the end of the day. Everybody's looking bad. I can agree with that. We don't know all the facts, says Bruce. Agreed. And this is something I'm going to start saying more often. We don't know what we don't know. It feels like a nonsense statement, but that's something that I'm trying to do a whole lot more. we don't know what we don't know. There's always information in a situation that we just don't have all the facts for. We have what we have in front of us right now. So there's obviously stuff that we don't know about, so we don't know what we don't know. How does that make you look like an idiot? How does it make me look like an idiot? Because I thought she wasn't going to settle. I said she was never going to settle. I assumed she was never going to settle. And now I have, you know, egg on my face. I feel like an idiot right now for thinking that she was just going to keep fighting. I would have loved it to keep fighting. I'm happy that she won, but I do feel like an idiot thinking that somebody was actually going to win. It's on Disparu's video. TrumpTuber, if you could DM me that video on X or my Discord, just so I can take a look at it. Oh, he said IDOT. I can't read. I can't read. I feel I'm an idiot. And I'm on IDOT. And I'm probably not going to bring it up tonight, TrumpTuber. I just want to skim over it just to see it myself. And I'll probably address it tomorrow on Ballbusters, but otherwhere. Elon might have said, take the deal. Elon might have. To be fair, Elon was paying for her lawyers. Elon might have been like, hey, you just need to take the deal now. He literally might have done that. I'm just making that as a statement. She might, like, that could have been a factor that we need to bring up, is she wasn't paying for her lawyers. Elon was. So that's something that you also have to realize, that somebody else could have told her. You just have to ring it up now. So yeah, that's where we're at with Gina. Kind of sad to see it end, though. It is kind of sad. But I do have one last topic. One final topic, and yes, it is VTuber related, but it's a little bit more interesting. And I covered part of this for a while. I'll look away for 1 minute and bots show up. Yes, Weasel, they do. They do. I did cover part of this over on I already covered part of this read. So I did in fact cover this recently in regards to the We Play Studio situation and Fillion. And I didn't know how screwed up this situation was at the time, and I still don't have all the facts, it feels like. But for those of you who are unaware, We Play Studios was a group or an company that assisted with some of the production and producing of the VTuber Awards. And the VTuber Awards is led by Fillion. That is something that Fillion puts out there herself. This is something that Fillion does all the time. This is something that she does to give back to the VTuber community, and it is actually fun. Unlike, you know, your Gamer Awards or your Emmys or anything like that, this is an actual fun event that a lot of people stream, a lot of people enjoy, and it is actually something incredibly entertaining. And I'm looking forward to streaming it myself this year. I hear I have to do some like jump holes and loop holes here that I have to like fill out some stuff to get the permission to do it. But that's neither here nor there. When it comes to this, though, We Play Studios came out and said that they will be discontinuing their connection with her because of Russia. Now, a lot of people were confused on this, and I have this actually from Rev Says Desu right here, and I know our non-VTuber fans are going to be like, what the heck's going on here? I want to play this video in particular. It's a 13-minute video, I know, but he actually has some stuff in here that I didn't know about, and I haven't had time to go get myself to show you guys, but I did listen to this, and I got some information. I am going to play it a little bit faster, but Rev has some info here that, I'm sorry, this whole situation is idiotic and stupid.
Very messy situation involving the popular VTuber Fillion. Now, she's been canceled many times in the past, but this one is very unique, where she was...
Granted, she has been canceled many times in the past. I actually did cover when it came to her own model situation that she was covering last year. I never really brought up how that ended, and it pretty much ended with Fillion talk to the person involved. She's been canceled before, but she's funny, and I love her.
Let go.
She's ADHD incarnate.
By one of her major producers over her collaboration with several Russian VTubers. Now, of course, this is going to get into some topics that are very serious, like the Ukraine and Russia war, but Everything I've seen so far regarding the situation and the related posts, I see a lot of misinformation. And I'm not here to be the arbiter of truth. I'm not here to tell you how you should or shouldn't think about this situation. But the problem is, I think a lot of the people supporting the decision of the producer are doing so not only on, at best, guilt by association, but that guilt by association is based on layers upon layers upon layers of misinformation that.
And to be fair, like when it comes to why they let her go, we ourselves still, I don't think, have the full story. We just have some things that might be true, some things that aren't true. We don't fully understand what the heck's going on there. I do have to point that out. Is this a guy? Yes, this is a guy. His whole thing is why he looks the way he does. There's a whole lore behind it. It is what it is. It's actually pretty good. This is incredibly idiotic, though. This is incredibly idiotic, and like this whole situation is just so stupid, and it's 100% canceling somebody because of guilt by association.
Is instantly debunkable. So let's get right into it.
I doubt it's her because of her friendship with Kirsch, to be honest. Okay, it's not because of her friendship. There's a lot of people that are friends with Kirsch, and to be fair, like this whole situation, this was something I wish I covered a while back. There was a literal Twitter post. A Twitter post saying these are all the Nazi VTubers. One of them had Bao on it. Bao the frickin' whale was on this "We are all the Nazi VTubers." You want to know why Bao was on there? Because Kirsch raided Bao one day and Bao didn't immediately call her out and call her an evil person. That made her a Nazi. And I shit you not, it ended up becoming, if you reacted with, if you reacted, like if you did a collaboration with Pippa, you were a Nazi. And therefore, anybody that did a collaboration with you was a Nazi. So because Fillion did a collaboration with Pippa on multiple occasions, that made Fillion a Nazi. So then anybody that Fillion ever did an entire collaboration with would have been a Nazi. So that was basically all the VTubers in the entire world. It's so stupid. Not a big fan of Bao and her nice. Hey, I see you lying over there, Trump tuber. That is my Kamiyoshi. Bao's my Kamiyoshi. I love that dented, hag, furry VTuber.
Here's to give you context, and you can make your own decision. Now, we begin with the VTuber Awards. This is something that is hosted by Fillion. This is a very big event, and it has two major producers, okay? It has Mythic Talent and We Play Studios. And yesterday, We Play Studios came out with this statement in a vague sense, clearly cutting ties with Fillion for her association with Russian VTubers. So let's read the statement. As a company deeply rooted in Ukraine, We Play Studios has consistently shown a pro-Ukrainian position. Since February of 2022, we have terminated all collaborations with individuals and entities from the Russian Federation and the Republic of Belarus. We remain committed to working with partners who share and respect these values. Unfortunately, recent developments have prompted us to reevaluate our involvement in one particular project. We Play Studios is discontinuing its work with the VTuber Awards and will no longer be involved in its production. This decision,
and we already went over this, I'm just letting him go over it himself. I could actually speed it up.
Follows action taken by the event's host and founder, unnamed, but it's clearly Fillion, cooperation with the Russian community, which is not aligned with our values and position. Despite this, the VTuber Awards show represents a unique and ambitious initiative with the entertainment industry, and we are proud of the creative and technical contributions our team has made over the past 2 years. We are grateful to the companies and collaborators who partnered with us throughout the process. Now, there's a lot to unpack there, obviously. And again, if a Ukrainian company doesn't want to associate with some sort of a Russian company or something like that, I think people understand that.
I also think that's relatively fair. I do think it's kind of stupid, but it is fair to say the least, especially with what's going on right now. No problem there, truthfully. But this whole situation, again, it's guilt by association, and association that hasn't even happened.
But this is, based on the wording, at best cutting ties with Fillion for collaborating with Russian VTubers. And due to the vagueness of this post, a lot of people are filling in the gaps themselves, and it's leading to a lot of tension. Now, here's some of the more popular quotes of this post. It was because Fillion did a collab with a Russian VTuber. Just because they are Russian, that doesn't mean they agree with what's going on in Ukraine. Here's a reply saying, I must have missed the part where Fillion donated millions of dollars to the Russian war efforts and became Putin's top gal.
I mean, that's all true. Let's be fair there. Like, everything that people are pointing out, like, nothing here makes sense. Nothing here, like, Fillion doesn't do political content. That's why they're pointing this all out. It's like, you're literally getting rid of her because she talked to a Russian. That's it. And it's not the first time she's done that.
Here's another one from Armchair Expert. He says, stunning and brave with this meme article. This is not a real article. He clearly made this because it's written by Sukabiats. We salute you. Ukrainian soldier delivers heartfelt thank you to We Play Studios for denouncing VTuber award show. In quotes, we've been hoping for an order to withdraw from the front lines, but seeing We Play withdraw from the VTuber awards comes a close second.
I mean, that is actually kind of funny in the grand scheme of things. That one made me laugh when I heard about that. This is a close second, you know, denouncing Filion. That really helps out in the grand scheme of things.
Here's another one with a lot of support, about 6,000 likes, saying, I'm sorry, I was very unthoughtful of me to be born in Russia. I'll educate myself to become a better person. I'll choose a place to be born more mindfully next time to not disturb people with my nationality. Discrimination by nationality is all right when you do that right.
Yeah, it's okay if they discriminate against Russians, but if I discriminate against Canadians, I'm magically xenophobic. I'm immediately all these things out the blue. I love Mexico, but Canada's the place I have a problem with because I think they're just too nice. But the moment I come out here and say that, oh, I'm the bad person. But hey, if I said that against Russia, I'm a good person. Make that shit make sense.
And of course, we really have a very divisive narrative. I think overall, a lot of people...
To be fair, TrumpTuber, I'm on Twitch right now. Listen, one of my big goals on Twitch is always to get monetized and potentially banned.
...are not happy with this decision. They have their concerns about it and what kind of a precedent it sets. But there's this other side that is in rampant support of it. And I understand some of the points being made.
No, I don't understand a single point that's actually being made. And I'll show you, like... Nothing makes actual sense, and he's about to go over the point, and I have one myself because I did get one of these people replying to me.
But a lot of the people are supporting this decision based on layers upon layers of misinformation. Basically, what they're trying to do is say this. At best, they're using guilt by association to say that Filion actively worked with Russian VTubers who are problematic, and this collaboration somehow would end up with We Play Studios directly funding these Russian VTubers who would then, through their taxes, benefit the Russian military, which would then harm Ukrainians.
By the way, that is actually the argument they're making. Because any money we give a Russian citizen, that then goes to taxes to Russia, which then goes to fund the war effort. Okay. So by that logic, legitimately, and I'll pull this up, we should be banning everybody from China, everybody from Venezuela. We should be banning everybody from Iran, everybody from Palestine, Gaza, all the places that we think are doing evil in the world. We should ban all their citizens from the internet, because if they get money on the internet, if we give them money on the internet, that money gets taxed and then it goes into war efforts. And the efforts to do all sorts of heinous actions on people. That's retarded. That is clinical right there. That doesn't make any sort of sense. Okay, so I should be banned because America does some bad things across the world. Good to know. No. That's stupid, and that is actual bigotry right there.
And of course, all of this hinges upon things that I think are pretty easily dispellable. Now, this is the sort of narrative I've seen posted many times, probably 100 different...
Mind you, when we first went over this in my initial video, I also pulled this up, and I was like, I don't even know what the heck you're saying, because this isn't translated. But Rev apparently does have the translations.
Times on different posts, this person says, for those who want proof, Filion collaborates with a streamer who works in the Russian defense, which she herself says. Now, there's a lot, again, that has to be fully accurate for this to make any sense. So, Filion has to knowingly collaborate with a streamer who works in the Russian defense. Now, this is the proof they provide, of course, untranslated clips, but I will find this. I was able to find this, and you have a comment, again, untranslated. So, what they're referring to here is a series of interactions, not collaborations, interactions that happened between Filion and this Russian VTuber named Kamish.
To be fair, if you want me to follow along with your entire bullshit, you really need me to be able to read this. Nobody reads Russian outside of Ukrainians and Russians. I don't know what the heck any of those signs are. Anna posted a picture the other day on her Twitter account, and there was Russian in there, and I'm looking at this like they just look like squiggly lines. I'm American. Help me out here. You have to do the work, and if you're not doing the basic work to make sure that that's translated, we're just going off your word, and to be fair, most of your guys' words mean jack shit to me.
And what they're showing in that clip that they linked is this right here, where at, I believe, the 3-minute mark or so, in Russian, they say that they work for the Russian defense. And of course, that is something that they're using as kind of the main pillar to condemn Fillion. But the problem is, they're coming out here in boldface saying they collaborated. And I will show you that, at best, there's only been a planned, possible collaboration, and that Fillion likely never knew that this person worked for the Russian defense. In fact,
actually, I could probably even agree with that. Let's be fair here. Fillion, for those of you who don't know who Fillion is, Fillion doesn't really pay attention to a whole lot. It's the embodiment of ADHD. That is who Fillion is. Fillion just goes off, and I don't think she does check a whole lot of stuff. I've said on multiple occasions, I think she's kind of dim-witted. That doesn't mean she's not professional. That just means she's like not the brightest bulb in the bunch. So even to expect somebody at Fillion's size, though, to see every little clip of somebody she might want to collaborate with, that's a nonsensical statement, including thinking that she could see that when she herself has said that she doesn't speak Russian outside of 2 words.
In fact, the first interaction happened a couple weeks before that clip where she was doing a collab stream with Lena, and at one point, Kamish raided Fillion, and Fillion clearly did not know who this person was.
I'm getting raided. Oh, frick. Kamish! Oh, what up, Kamish? Yo! Wait, so who is this, Chad? Russia? Dude! I keep getting raided by Russian VTubers. That's so sick. Hi! Kamish! Can you teach me Russian sometime? I want to learn more than Privyet and Sikabliat.
So this is...
Those are the only 2 words she knows, so she doesn't even understand basic Russian. So how is she supposed to understand, like, a full Russian streamer and what they say if it's not properly translated? How is she ever supposed to understand that, even if she did see the clip?
The first interaction and what many people are calling a completed collaboration between the two, where Fillion knew about this person's profession. But we just saw, she clearly had never interacted or even seen this Russian VTuber before. And
she even admitted that she doesn't even know how to speak Russian outside of 2 words. She probably doesn't even understand. She probably sees Cyrillic and goes like, oh, it's Russian. I don't know what it says. That's probably as far as that goes. And on top of that, Fillion knows that she has a decent-sized Russian fan base. There was a collab that she did with Pippa before where they were going off on some sort of weird tirade, and they hunted down somebody that made a fan work of her and brought him into a Discord and interviewed him. That was all in the middle of a stream. I wish I could find that clip, but that guy ended up being a Russian. So she knows she has Russian audience members. People have known that she's had people like Russians that like her. Wow, that's a real shocker. A massive streamer has people in Russia that likes to watch their content. That's really shocking. It's not like, hey, I'm willing to bet you guys Mr. Beast has people over in Russia that likes to watch his content. I'm willing to bet you guys Hassan has people in Russia that's over there that likes to watch his content. I'm willing to bet you hundreds of dollars, guys, that some of the biggest streamers in the world, some of the biggest content creators in the world have people in Russia that like their content. We should cancel them all. No. That's so fucking stupid.
Even after reading with the chat said, oh, this is a Russian VTuber. You should teach me Russian sometime. It's clear based on that moment, Fillion thought this was just another Russian VTuber and she wanted to possibly have some sort of a collab in the future where she could learn Russian. Nothing about any political statements, nothing about the background of this individual. It was just that bare bones. And of course, they keep trying. They keep trying to find other instances and proof of this collaboration that still has never happened, where that same poster links this saying, proof of desire to work with a killer.
Again, this is all in Cyrillic, so I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to take from that.
They're now calling this person a killer, and that Fillion is trying to collaborate with that person.
I see some people spamming Russian. Okay, chat, what if you're Russian? Be honest. Where are my Russian viewers at? For the Russian viewers, I have an announcement for you guys. I am in contact now with 2 Russian VTubers, Trixie Vox and X Kamisha.
Whenever.
I am attempting to organize a collab. Now, one of them speaks no English, so I do not know how that's gonna work. The other one, I am going to find out if she speaks English. That's right.
Wait, so Kamish doesn't even speak English. So there's no way in hell Fillion would have known what she said. She only speaks Russian. Make any of this shit make sense.
Right, chat. Me and the Russian VTubers are gonna be raiding B, and I'm gonna scope in with my op. Yes, I'm going to learn Russian. I haven't told them a date yet, chat, but I want to try and do it next Wednesday.
So here we are at that point a few weeks later after the first interaction. Now they're talking about a collaboration where, again, they might learn some Russian from this VTuber and have some sort of a collaboration. Now, of course, this is their proof. This is the slam dunk that somehow this is proof that they knew, Fillion knew this person worked for the Russian defense, and that somehow collaborating with them would also force WePlay Studios to give this person money that would then go to the tax system, that would then go to the Russian military, that would then cause Ukrainians harm. It's a bit of a stretch, and also when you start looking at everything, the surrounding circumstances.
Hey guys, like when he keeps bringing this up, and I'm sorry to stop this, but WePlay Studios. Hey guys, I'm willing to bet Asmongold has some Russian fans and Russian people like that, and I was potentially thought about collaborating maybe with a Russian person. Are we gonna? Oh,
Of course.
Is WePlay Studios going to denounce Asmongold at all? I mean, Asmongold's a big bad person, and you've worked with Asmongold on multiple occasions. It looks like so. I mean, he's right here in front of us all. Are you gonna denounce Asmongold? I mean, he's your pinned tweet. He's your pinned tweet. Are we gonna denounce Asmongold? No? Then why the fuck are we denouncing Fillion at all? Why? More than likely, WePlay Studios has paid Russians without realizing they've paid Russians. Think of this in stupidity.
The proof that's going around that this person exclaimed they work for the Russian defense comes from this video. And of course, YouTube no longer provides a direct date, so you have to use systems like this. And you can see the upload date, June 19th, okay? A few weeks after the first interaction, and seemingly a few days before the second collaboration discussion. And to give even more proof, I found another version of this clip, the same source material here, that was uploaded. And if you check out the system again, same date, June 19th. So it seems like that original stream was around June 19th. Now you look at the second video that we looked at where Fillion announces, again, a potential collab with Kamish. That was uploaded on June 15th, so 4 days prior. In fact, if you go to the actual stream source, and if you don't know this with Twitch, if you hover over a stream, it will show you the date it was made, which was June 14th. So based on everything we've seen, these people are trying to say that based on the public clip, Fillion should have known or already knew that this person worked with the Russian defense.
Because she can obviously see forward in time, chat. We all know that Fillion has magical powers that allow her to go forward in time and see the future. Everybody knows this. Are we all stupid here? That is a fact of life, a fact of nature, that Fillion has the ability to see in the future. I don't think she does, chat. I think that's a lie.
But that clip came 5 days after the stream where she announced her further intentions to collaborate with this VTuber. So the timeline's not adding up, and basically their entire narrative depends on the timeline adding up, and it doesn't. And again, if you want to make your own sort of judgments here based on whatever you find compelling, that's your decision, that's your opinion. But the people are, like we've seen, are spreading these crazy narratives that did not happen. There was no collaboration, there was only intent to collaborate, and that came after clips that were released where this person said they work for the Russian defense that they're also assuming that Fillion must have seen.
I don't even, to be fair, like, I'm listening to Rev here, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I have not actually seen a clip of this person saying they work for the Russian defense. I have not seen a edited, translated, fully correct clip of her saying this. All I ever see is clips in Cyrillic and her speaking Russian. I have no idea what she said. I'm taking Rev at his word here, but I don't even know if the narrative is even factual at this point in time. It sounds entirely made up because it's just too good to be true. Like, it's just too perfect to have anything like that happen. So I'm sitting here going like, is this even true? Did this even happen? Is this even a fact? Because I don't believe it.
And then somehow it ties into the statements made by We Play Studios. And the problem with their statement is it's very vague. Now, I think based on context and kind of what I know about the parties involved, I think it's very clear they're talking about Fillion, and they're likely talking about the collaboration intention with Kamish. But there's also another example people are looking at, and it's a collaboration they did with Smugalana, who is Russian, but also an American. And this was a stream with another Russian VTuber that was posted about 2 months ago. This is the only other thing that I could...
Well, I mean, she's wearing hammer and sickle hat. She must be canceled. You know what? Based. Canceled commies. Based. Or it's a nothing burger.
Fine, but it seems like this non-political stream with people who are not in any way associated with the Russian government probably wasn't the one that caused this, and it seems like it's much more on the Kamish intended collab and those interactions. But that's really what we're dealing with here, and the amount of misinformation I've seen on this is crazy. Again, I've said this a million times. People think I'm forcing someone to think a certain way about this. I'm just trying to give an even and fair playing field where people...
Let's be fair. It's not hard to force somebody to think a certain way on this because it's stupid. This entire discussion is stupid. I'm going to finish out what Rev has here, but like, I agree. Like, you lay out the facts that we have here, and all you come to is this is guilt by association, canceling her for doing a collab that didn't even happen yet, not having the ability to peer into the future, not having the ability to understand Russian, not have all these magical abilities that she should have had to know that this person was a bad person, even though you're just claiming she was a bad person. Like, there's so many layers of wrong to this. This is just canceling somebody to being associated with somebody that they didn't even actually fully associate with. They were just planning a collab. They didn't even know anything really about each other, and they had no real easy way to communicate outside of maybe translating comments here or there. She can't even understand what she says. Person doesn't speak English. And Fillion even said, I only know 2 words in Russian. That works. That makes perfect sense here. On a clip also that she definitely should have seen, even though Fillion's like a 3.3 million sub YouTuber, 1 million followers over on Twitch. That's a massive streamer right there that streams constantly and has ADHD brain, is constantly doing business work. She definitely had the time to go out of her way to find this clip where she said all this. That definitely happened. Or it didn't happen at all and she just didn't know.
People can see what's actually happening and then make an informed opinion based on that. People are trying to make statements about events that never happened. People are making connections that aren't there. And they're saying things that are complete misrepresentations of what's actually occurring. And also they're trying to screw up the timeline of events to make Fillion look guilty of whatever perceived wrong that they're trying to invoke. But for now, that's going to do it for this very messy situation. As always,
I think it's a whole lot simpler than what he's telling us. And go check out Rev. Rev does good work. But I wanted you guys... I wanted to add on a point to this, okay? Because I did tweet out when this first was starting to break, when we went over this back on the 5th. So we are canceling Fillion because she did a collab with a Russian. This is super dumb and an awful idea. Because it is. Because it's guilt by association. And I did get somebody actually responding to me. It is not stupid. We shouldn't be platforming Russians. Any popularity and income they gain translates into taxes for Russia, which in turn finance the war. No, it's stupid. The level of mental gymnastics to get to your point is idiotic and is only used to hide actual bigotry against a group of people for living somewhere. And that's true. Like, not platforming Russians just because of what their government is doing is incredibly stupid. I might not like China, but that doesn't mean I don't want to engage with Chinese citizens. I might not like Iran, but that doesn't mean I don't want to engage with Iranians. I'm probably butchering that. But you get the point there. Just because the government does something bad doesn't mean the people are doing the bad thing. Just because the government is doing something bad doesn't mean what the people are doing supports it. Nothing there makes sense. So all you're doing is basically being bigoted towards a group of people for what their government's doing, when all you're doing is spreading hatred for no real reason. you're actually spreading full-on animosity. You're encouraging the Russians to hate us for no apparent reason other than them just being Russian. This doesn't help anybody. This just hurts people. But he had to come back. Okay, he had to come back. It is hardly mental gymnastics to say citizens pay taxes, government use taxes to fund war. Okay, then let's quit paying taxes. America does stupid shit I disagree with all the time. So we should punish people, essentially, for being held at gunpoint by their own military, by their own government, to forcibly take away their money. We pay taxes. Yeah, we're forced to pay taxes. If we don't, we go to jail. So all those people that are paying the taxes to Russia, they're forced to pay those taxes. So now you're going to punish them for being forced to do something. It is very clear a logical chain and only 2 steps. No, it's pretty stupid and it's just bigoted. So I clap back. By the way, bro actually liked this tweet. I'm not even gonna lie, bro liked this tweet, and I don't know why, but okay, then we should ban all Chinese people from the internet. All their taxes go to the CCP. Uyghur Muslim genocide, constantly being, well, commies, some of the worst individuals in the entire world, the CCP. Yeah, we should just ban all Chinese people because their taxes go to support them. Their taxes go to support the Uyghur genocide. While we are at it, we should also ban Iranians, Venezuelans, and every person that lives in a country with evil dictators that use taxpayer payer money to do evil things, because that's the logic there. Quite literally, that's the logic. We should ban all these people because the government does bad with the money that they forcibly take from the citizenry. There's no evidence that these people actually support this stuff. There's no evidence that any of these people were even going to be out there. All you have is your own statements that you want to do this, but I don't know. I don't know what any of that actually means. I don't. By the way, when did I ever have hate perverts in my actual thing? That might need to change. But at this point in time, all I see is this whole situation is messy and incredibly stupid, and you shot yourself in the foot again just for no reason. All you did was turn everybody against you, and anybody that's in support of what's happening right now with We Play Studios is incredibly idiotic. That's where I'm at on this. There might be updates that come out. I'll bring them up when I can, but as it stands right now, I don't even think Fillion said anything, so that's that. Just got done recording that. But let me check. Did Fillion ever say anything? And again, I have to do this. I don't know if you know what? I wish I had this up, because this is probably what actually happened. Fillion on Ukraine versus Russia. I like crayons. People online implicit support of Russia. The thing is, though, that would be Fillion's response. That would be what Fillion would say to the situation. I like crayons. Because I'm not trying to shit on Fillion. Fillion's incredibly hilarious. ADHD incarnate right there. But she'll outright go out there and say, I like crayons, just for the fun of it. That's the thing that she does. That's the kind of person she is. She's not a brilliant individual. In fact, I have one of her things here. Even for a 31-year-old, I don't think any VTuber would win against Fillion in a brawl. Let's see this, okay? Let's just watch this just for the fun of it.
Yeah, I don't just think. How do you know that? What?
I know what kind of man you
Prove
are.
it. Say something! I'm a 31-year-old furry. Okay. I guess I didn't need to ask.
Should I like kick flip her in the face?
What did I?
This is the level of content you get from Fillion. This is definitely evil stuff that is going to be used to propagate Russian propaganda.
Do you think I'm?
Yeah, and I have another one. Oh wait, no, right here. Actually, this one was funny as fuck. This one was funny as fuck. I just lost brain cells from that. Adam, you're about to lose more brain cells.
Women can do anything that men can do. Prove me wrong.
Okay. What's he doing? Just say next question. Just say, you're right. You're right. Women are right. And that's what's important. So. She doesn't get it? What? You proved him right! What? Wait, what was the question?
This is going to be used to propagate Russian propaganda. She is definitely a Russian and must be canceled. Fucking love this clip because what the guy was doing is like, we can sit in silence and not think about shit, and you couldn't even do that. I love this stuff. I enjoy Fillion content. And Adam's over here saying he lost brain cells, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You didn't have very many brain cells to begin with. You're friends with me. Let's be fair, Adam. You're friends with me. I destroyed most of your brain cells a long time ago. Being quiet, not talking. Yep. Yep. We can sit there in silence and not have a problem. Well, most of us. I actually have to have music playing in my headset. But then I can just turn off my brain. Stare at you, chat. I could just stare at you all day. I know, I'll also say this. I know joke. I actually did tweet out that I wish I could stream for 10 hours a day. Because if I didn't have my day job, I probably would just stream for 10 hours a day. Constantly. That becomes my whole thing. God damn, Sleazy. God damn it. I didn't know Sleazy's account on Twitter got locked. And he just told me why. God damn, Sleazy. That is a thing. What is this? What is this? What is this? I just found this from Philip Chan. Sydney Sweeting Baskin Robbins is gonna melt liberal minds. I want ice cream now. This can't be a real commercial.
Is that Sydney Sweeney? Oh yeah, it is. She really loves our rainbow sherbet. She comes here all the time. Wait, seriously? Hey Sydney, your signature scoop is ready.
Thank you. What?
That's so cool. Yeah.
We're about to see some of the greatest liberal teals. I love that we're propagating Sydney Sweeney. Make this a bigger thing. I love this stuff because the obvious.
It can be.
I love the objectify her because she's fine with it.
Summer's looking sweet at Baskin Robbins.
Try my new Sweet on Sydney menu, available at Baskin Robbins nationwide for a limited time.
When did this happen? I have no idea, Adam. I have no idea. I love this. I love this. No, I don't need to listen to it again. I love this. Just when you get to the whole this moment. Yeah, they know 100. We all know what is going on right here. We all know what's going through their head right now. They're just staring at a beautiful woman. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I can't spell. When has that ever not been the case? I can't. This is beautiful. I love it. I love it. Real quick, I'll also bring this up again tomorrow, but Legal Mindset did tweet this out in regards to Gina Carano. Yes, the settlement is a win for Gina Carano. She absolutely got what she wanted from Disney. Whether or not the public is satisfied is irrelevant to her personal wins, which are ultimately the only matter at hand in a lawsuit. I do agree with that, but cash them checks today. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Let's get them Sydney Sweeney bucks. That's the only correct move forward. Sydney Sweeney bucks. We need more Sydney. You know what? Let's put Sydney Sweeney in for. I just figured out how to get Adam to play Fortnite. Put Sydney Sweeney in Fortnite. Adam will play it. Hands down, he will play it. And if he denies it, he's lying. He's lying, chat. He'll do it. He'll full on do it. Lies, Adam. We all know that you will. Wait, no. 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 Bros. You know what? Fuck the WNBA. Another dildo was just thrown. Fuck the WNBA. Who gives a shit? This is all people care about now. This is all people care about. But let's be fair here. That's the only thing that people care about. I don't need Sydney and Fortnite to get off to her. Adam, but you could play as her. You can make her dance around. Jiggle a little bit. You can do that. We all know you'd play it. We all know you would. You dirty boy. Oh god, that made me cringe a little bit. I should never have done that. I should never have done that. I agree. Facts. Facts. You sick fuck? I'm a sick fuck. Adam, you dirty, dirty boy. I probably just lost a sub or two from that one. I probably just lost a sub or two from that one. I had to do it, Adam. I had to do it. Probably got a downvote as well, to be fair. What the actual F says, Weasel? I feel good about my decisions in life. Now, chat. What is Sayu trending? Why is Sayu wouldn't it be a furry if I... Would it... I'm probably gonna get copyrighted for this. No, you know what? I don't want to do it. I don't want to. I see why Sayu's... By the way. Oh god, I was not expecting that. Anyways, though, I'm waiting for Adam to respond with what I did before I log out for the night. He probably... We all know he closed. We all know the moment I did that, he closed because he's like, I must do what I must do. No. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. I got another Melanie Mac video I need to do. Let me check this out, chat. Let me check this out. Let me check this out before I do this. Save to watch my... Why do I have to do anything now when I can have my revenge tomorrow night? I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Don't think I won't. Don't you think I won't? Oh, chat. I have another thing for Saturday. not only am I going to be going through, hello, now what happened? Oh, bro, you're coming at the very last second. We covered the South. I can't say her name. I can't. We walked through it together. You held my hand yesterday, Owen, bro, but we walked through Saruei. I'm trying. We walked through her DMCA claims with her Google Docky. We went over the Gina Carano lawsuit. We did another thing with I was doing my project. Well, I'm sorry, bro. You're getting shamed. But we also did some more of the Fillion stuff. Saruei. I'm trying. But we did some stuff there. I have a 93-page Google Docky to do on Saturday, and now I have this to do on Saturday too, because Melody Mac's back with why she left X. We already did this. I'm so excited to look through this. I'm so excited. This is gonna be so cringe and beautiful. I love it. I love it, chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. There is no W. I'm trying. Saruei. Trying is the important thing. I'm trying, okay? I have a smooth brain. It is what it is, but this is something we're going to cover. This is something we're going to cover on Saturday, chat, because obviously tomorrow night we got Ballbusters. Okay? We got Ballbusters tomorrow night. We live in cringe. Oh, yes, we do. We love the cringe. But like I said, there is a 93-page Google Docky I am going to have to go over. And just to remind people of what that Docky was about, let me grab it. Actually, I also want to grab this, because I have proof that AI will never replace us. I have proof that AI will never, ever, ever replace us, but I want to grab this. Because Radia came out, okay? Docky? No, shut up, Adam. That's how we say it. Radia came out, Radia VT, okay? Radia Active VT, has this 93-page Google document explaining how Adora Bunny was abusive to her, or alleging how she was abusive to her. We only have one document right now. There could be more that come out later. I don't think Adora has actually made a statement on this situation yet, so we'll do that. But this is 93 pages. 93 pages that we're going to read through. And I have seen somebody, I know Rima was going through it. I've heard some of the stuff right now, but it is going to be very, very interesting. But also, I have proof, guys. It's Nothing Burger. We'll see, bro. I want to look at it myself. Okay? I want to look at it myself. And every time I hear somebody say it's a Nothing Burger, I always look at them with the side eye. I want to acknowledge it myself. Do my own video on it. We'll see. We'll go from there. Okay, bro? Okay, bro? But I also have proof that AI will never replace this. Again, this is Froggy. We all love Froggy Lock here. Froggy Lock is beautiful. I do need to find a Froggy Lock video before I close out tonight. But she tweeted this out. And you want to know why this is proof that AI will never replace us? This is supposed to be salmon swimming in the river. It technically is salmon swimming in the river, just not the fish form. This is the fillets. This is why AI will never, ever, ever, ever pass us up. We will always win out against AI, but we need Froggy Lock to close us out on. We need some Froggy Lock to close us out on. I do have this. By the way, I wouldn't mind reacting to that was a situation. I might do that also on Saturday, but you know, I haven't played this one yet. Let's do this one. Hey, you're still streaming? Yes, I am. Cloud, I unironically said, yes, I think it was yesterday. No, don't start yet. I unironically said if I could, I would stream for 10 hours a day. I just can't. But that's my power. But we're closing out with a Froggy Lock video, okay? We'll probably only watch part of this because it's Froggy trying to do cooking. And I'm curious, how does this work out?
Shit, my visor is coming off! Help! Why aren't you setting up in your kitchen? Well, you see, that would just be too normal and not funny. Also, I live with roommates, and they'll kill me. It took a lot just to be able to
Oh, she does
convince
have
them
a mask
to
on.
do the
Thank
bird
God.
cam in the basement. You can see my visor? It's doing its job! That's so good! I also just realized maybe I shouldn't show you packaging. Because I don't know if packaging can dox where I live. This is the best I can do. I'm trying so hard, I'm doing my best. It's time to get chopping. What do you mean? I cook! I can have it.
I don't think this is the best one right now. Let's see if we can find a better Froggy Lock. Let's see if we can find a better... Actually, I do have a better Froggy Lock. This is hurting me, hurting my soul. Well, Adam, you don't know the beauty of Froggy Lock. You know what? Here, I'm going to have to get the beauty of Froggy Lock for you. I'm going to have to get the true beauty of Froggy Lock for you. Hey, you did this to me. I want you to know you are the reason we are doing this now. Because you must understand the true beauty and glory that is Froggy Lock, okay? We're going to go through the history. Find a good Froggy. We're going to find a good Froggy AI. This can't be right. Froggy crashes out after Zen proves she's smarter than her. Where's a really good Froggy one? Where's a... Let me see if I can find a... I remember that one. That one's good. It's dog collar. We already did that one. Racism. Here. Froggy reacts to racism. Froggy Lock reacts to being. No, I want her reacting. I want her reacting. Here, why don't we do this? Why don't we do this one? Because this was a funny one. This is a funny one. What is even happening? The glory of Froggy. The glory of Froggy Lock. We're about to react to Froggy Lock because Froggy Lock is love. Froggy Lock is this one right here. Froggy Lock is love. Froggy Lock is beauty. I regret messaging you a few years ago and getting friendly with you. Cloud, god damn it, we got more than friendly, buddy.
My bad. I'm gonna go
Okay, Froggy, when's the last time I took a shower?
You?
Yeah. When was the last time Zen took a shower?
You.
When was the last time you took a shower, Zen? We gotta know now.
2 days ago.
Literally this morning.
2 days ago?
Alright, you took one 2 days ago?
Yeah, day before yesterday, so today's my shower day.
Whoa, flag on the play.
Today's my shower day, guys. Today's my shower day.
Froggy.
Wait, what? What's wrong with a shower day?
What the f? And if caucasity is a shower day.
Shower day is the day that you do all your washing and your grooming.
You're like, oh, my hair gets super greasy if I don't wash it every day. Your scalp is overproducing oil because you're washing it too much.
I wash my hair every damn day and it is fluffy and beautiful. Y'all doing that shit wrong.
Wait, can I ask a question out of naivety?
What's up?
Froggy, your existence is naivety, but what's up?
Like, could it be different because you have...
Have what, Frog? Have what? Say it! Say it with your chest!
You have coily hair, right?
You know, that's not the worst way you could have described it.
Like,
I mean, it's not the worst way she could have described it. I love this. I love the unironic racism that Froggy does.
You know that people of color, when they have like the really curly hair, it's different the hair care routine is different and way more intensive in many cases than for like white ass bitches with
Why does
their
coily
little,
sound like
with their little waves.
wrong? Like, why does that sound wrong?
I don't know.
Why
I
does
don't know how else to
coily
describe
sound
it. I didn't want to say black hair because it's not necessarily black hair. Like it could be other ethnicities' hair.
wrong? There's another ethnicity with hair like mine?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. There could be mixed, or I don't want to like.
What would they be mixed with, Froggy?
I love this beauty.
I'm black people.
No, dude, it's naivety. I told you. I was asking a question because I didn't know.
It could be like.
I didn't know. I don't know. Some fucking Scottish people got nappy ass hair. I don't know.
What'd you call it?
She's gotta go, dude.
What'd you say, damn it? What'd you call my
community and streamers enter together?
She's gonna fucking go.
That's not what you think it means, Froggy!
We got her. We fucking got her. I just had to wait till February. We got her. I'm on the phone. Dr. Umar is here right now. I'm calling Dr. Umar right now. It's over for you, buddy.
I love Froggy. Froggy's a national treasure. This is a beautiful individual. I need more of her.
I know how to word. Heavenly, does your hair get greasy often?
When I had dreads, it did. This is I cut my dreads.
That's how you ask a question, Froggy.
Well, I know that the hair care is different for that kind of hair, for that type of hair. Yeah.
As your friend, I need you to stop using words you don't know the meaning of.
I thought I knew the meaning. It's truly right.
You don't. You
Froggy,
don't know the meaning.
that's the most autistic thing to do.
Ryuko, thank you. I need backup. Ryuko, I need backup.
Nappy just means frizzy or coiled.
Stop! 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 Stop!
Oh, okay.
Froggy, you
That's
gotta
crazy,
Froggy.
dude.
That is the most
Not this
autistic
time.
thing you can do. You gotta Google shit, Froggy. You
I
can.
just did! I just Googled it!
Not this fucking time, bro.
I just Googled it, and that's what
On this specific
Day
month.
23, a Froggy being
Not this
unintentionally.
Oh, 100% Cloud. That's the best part about it. Like, Froggy would despise me for my political beliefs outright, but I love her. I love her so much. I love her content.
Racist on Twitch.tv.
I don't listen. I don't blame her.
I'm so sorry. I
She
didn't
probably
know.
grew up in
I'm
an
so
area
sorry.
with one black person.
That's not true.
Oh, then you're just dumb.
Oh, beans.
I tried to help you out, bro. I tried to give you an out. Oh, nuts. Oh, jeez.
Oh, God. Oh, beans.
Oh, Rick, I accidentally again. Damn, man.
I love that Adam's in the chat right now going like pain, 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 pain. He hates this, but the thing is, this is beauty. Okay, this is art. It's an art to be this unhinged. I have even shown you guys the Omegaverse clips. I have even shown you guys some of the best clips, mainly because they're too long. But I have more clips of just some peak Froggy moments. I show Cloud. I've showed you guys her whole hand tracking and when she got rid of a dog collar and. She had a BDSM dog collar, didn't even realize it. I love this person.
Oh no!
You know what? I'm eliminating that from my vocabulary.
Oh golly gee.
As you should. As you should.
I am incredibly sorry. I googled it. I thought it. That's my bad. Sorry.
It could be but it could be a slang in different meanings, Froggy. You gotta be careful.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Why are you trusting Google? Who else do I trust? I tried so much. Who else
I love how much Heavenly is losing it
Competitive racism. Let's go. Yes.
right now.
You should say that.
I never thought in my life I would hear someone call it.
Must be Monday.
Heavenly, careful your heart. Heavenly, careful your heart might explode.
I haven't heard that shit since I was a child, bro. That's old racism. God damn.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, probably Cloud, but I love it. She could be mad that I'm her fan all she wants. I'll be her fan.
No!
It's too late.
I gotta go
No,
from
you
this
don't.
planet.
No, you don't.
I gotta go
Stop
bungee
turning
jumping from my
back the
neck.
fucking clock.
Yeah, you
I
can't
gotta
do
go
nothing.
bungee jump from my neck.
No, you can't bungee jump nothing, buddy. It's over for you, cuz.
Okay.
Didn't you watch
Guys,
didn't you watch in school? Didn't you watch My Friend Martin?
We're pulling your ass back up, bitch.
No, what's my friend Martin?
You didn't watch My Friend Martin?
I can't say that word, bro, bro, but I also know like words similar to that mean or
No. I watched Arthur and Uila Granui.
What the fuck was that?
What is that?
Say that shit again, and I think something's gonna start floating in my house.
What's up?
Uila Granui.
Well, I can't talk. Like I said, I cut my dreads, so my model has dreads, so I guess that's not true anymore.
Oh, they're called dreads. That's cool.
Oh, whoa. What do you mean they're called dreads? What do you think was on my head, Haruka?
No, I just didn't know what they were officially called. I just knew it was hair.
I
Ma'am?
don't know the name of the hairstyle.
I just didn't know the name of the hairstyle.
But you've seen them before.
Yeah, I have.
What?
I just
What
didn't
do you
want to.
think
I
they
just
were
didn't.
called?
I didn't know. They were just a hairstyle.
What do you think they were called, Eric?
Wait,
What is up with
so you
these
thought the
Canadians,
hairstyle
bro?
didn't have a name?
I don't know, man.
Honestly, Cloud, here's the thing. She would probably like me because I'm gay for you. Somebody's got to clip that. But, you know, Clermy, we're gay for each other. And also we're throwing Adam in and we have Static in here. We have this massive gay polycule going on right now. You know, she'd probably love us because the LGBTQ stuff. You know, she'd probably love us. Just think that we're racist.
What the fuck is up with the Canadians?
I don't know, man.
Maybe I'm tipsy. I'm not really thinking.
Let me check something real quick. Population of black people.
I think I'm
Canada.
thinking of a different hairstyle. Hold on.
There's only,
I am.
There's a million
I know
of
them as dreadlocks. I'm stupid. I can't.
Wait. Did you think dreads and dreadlocks were two different things?
I think I'm just a bit tipsy. I thought so. Yeah. I can't think straight right now.
Do you know flapjacks and pancakes are the same thing?
What?
Wow, really? That's crazy.
Okay, so you
never speak those words again, says Cloud.
You know flapjacks and pancakes are the same thing?
What?
Wow, really? That's crazy.
Okay, so you know that, but when it comes to my people's
I'm sober as fuck. What? You take that back right now.
I'm a little tipsy. I can't really think straight at this moment.
That's
Pancakes
fine.
are
You know
thick
what?
and flapjacks
It's
are
okay.
skinny.
You know, it's fine, bro.
I googled up dreadlocks.
Next
and I'm like,
February,
oh,
I got
yeah.
y'all. I will do a seminar in February to let y'all know what's going. Fuck you mean? Thank you. You have Google. You can look shit up.
Google told me that word was okay to use.
Static, what did you just send in the chat? What did you just send in the chat? What did you just say? Did you clip what I just said? I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. I must know. There it is. You did. You did. I didn't know brain rot like this existed. It does, Adam, and I love it. Cloud, here's the thing. She would probably like me because I'm gay for you. Cloud, here's the thing. She would probably like me because I'm gay for you. Yeah, I said that. Yes, I said that.
Whose Google did you look up? Elon Musk?
Google said it made coily.
Bro, I wouldn't suggest that Frog is going to get cancelled on the first day, bro.
I think you should just sit Froggy down specifically. I think you just need to sit Froggy down specifically.
You just
All
give
right,
me a
Froggy,
list.
what all do you think you can say? And I'll tell you right now whether or not you can.
Bubble,
No,
spaghetti.
not on stream, not on stream, not on stream.
Oh, burger.
I think hamburgers and cheeseburgers go well with fries.
Yeah.
Said, why did you bring me here?
Damn it, I lost money.
We just wanted to know if you showered, but apparently we learned more as we cleansed the dirt away from Froggy. We learned more about it every stream.
You know
I'm gonna
what,
game this.
Froggy? I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Let's say I was food.
Today
What do you
I
think I
learned
would
Froggy
taste
is-
like?
Something spicy for sure, because you got a lot
The
of
red
anger.
hair.
You got a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
the anger and the
inside
red
you.
hair.
You're very aggressive and you're very angry.
And a bitch.
Definitely spice.
Isn't Zen Latina?
Zin's Latina, so we're spicy.
She is Latina, yes.
Yeah, he didn't clip me saying we're in a gay polycule cloud. We all know we're in a gay polycule. Let's be fair here. The only person that's like straight in the grand scheme of things at Ballbusters is Gal. The rest of us are all just in this massive gay polycule that we're constantly butt fucking each other.
I based it off of the model. She's spicy. Don't do Froggy like this. Don't do her like this.
Okay, even though I also based it like off your personality and the way that you look, we're gonna make it.
Don't say it like that.
We're gonna make it a fucking your
You
model,
gotta
the way your
fucking
model
go.
looks. We're
You gotta fucking go.
Yeah, what would Ruben taste
Okay,
like?
I'm gonna defend Froggy for a second because I also said spicy, and I'm basing it purely off the fact that you are a big red meanie.
You're a spicy bitch! What the fuck do you mean
Zen
I gotta
tastes
go?
like
You're
betrayal.
a spicy
Bitter
fucking
betrayal.
What does Ruben taste like? That's important.
Ruben tastes like... Ooh. Oh, Ruben makes me think about like a
Be
crepe.
very careful.
Like a what?
Like a crepe. So a crepe is like...
I can't think.
You mean a crepe?
Oh, yeah, sorry, a crepe. It makes me think of a crepe, but like one of those really fancy ones with like the fruit all over the place and like the really nice
Oh,
cream
fruit all over
and
the place, huh?
Where the fuck did he come from?
I love this shit. I love this shit. This is peak content right here, guys. This is peak content. By the way, I do question what people taste like, but also I'm a cannibal.
Ruben, if you were a person, if you were a food, you would be a crepe. You would be a crepe, because that you're so easygoing and so super flavorful, and everybody likes them.
That's true. That's true. Guys, is
And
she
you're
calling me
also very
French?
sweet.
I think she's calling you Canadian. Didn't the Canadians make
Is she?
creep?
I think so.
Is she calling? Is she
Yeah.
calling me French because the French colonized Armenia in
Canadians
1850?
You expect her to know
Let's talk
history,
about
bro?
that
She barely
No,
knows
I
what
made
happened
it up.
yesterday.
I made it up.
Oh,
I made it up. It's not real.
Oh.
Crepe,
I don't like this anymore.
Crepes are made in France, not Canada.
You know what? That's okay. That was the first time I think Froggy described someone as a food and it wasn't racially motivated.
That's true.
Oh my god!
I need to find. So one of the first times she was with Ray, they asked like, if you bit into an egg, what would be in the egg or something like that? If you bit into like a Ray egg or something like that. And she immediately said that I think it would look like taco seasoning. Ray is Hispanic, by the way, Puerto Rican, by the way. I love this. This is not degenerate brainwash, Adam. This is high class art. You just don't get it because you're a prude and a curmudgeon, okay?
Again, I'm gonna give it to her for Zen. I think she based it purely off of Zen's just pure rage.
Froggy?
How she goes after her friends, and also the spicy red hair, bro.
That's
Froggy.
what I mean. She
Okay,
looks like
how about this? What do you think my favorite food is?
We're waiting. Inquiring minds want to know.
salad.
I would have 100% burrito.
Is it because he microwaves the salad? That's crazy.
That was a very carefully handled
Playing it safe,
answer.
you
You know
fucking
what?
pussy.
Microwave salad.
She stuttered on the salad.
Froggy, what's my favorite food?
Oh, you like burritos?
I don't.
What? Every time I'm
Yeah.
talking to you, you're eating a fat burrito.
I don't even know the last time I ate a burrito, bro.
You
My favorite food
literally
is
were eating
gyudon.
one the
What do you
last
mean?
time we were hanging out. You were eating a fat burrito.
It wasn't even fat. It was from
Not just
Taco Bell.
any
What?
salad.
What?
Microwave
Wait,
salad.
what are they called? What are they called? They're like tacos,
Zen's
but they're
just
fat.
dying from laughing.
Chalupa!
I love this shit. And by the way, Cloud, I saw what you posted in the Ballbusters chat. I'm 100% gonna eat you first on the island. Screw everybody else.
Your favorite food is chalupas, because
My
every
favorite
time I talk to you,
food is gyudon.
every time I talk to you, you're eating chalupa. What's a gyudon?
A gyudon bowl.
Oh, that looks so fucking good. Oh, it looks like bibimbap.
What?
Bibimbap.
What?
Yeah,
I'm gonna get another
Bibimbap.
drink.
Bibimbap.
What the hell are you saying?
It looks like bibimbap.
It's a Korean food.
Can you say it right? Because I feel like you're saying it wrong.
Bibimbap.
Beep, beep,
Oh,
bop,
bibimbap
beep.
is also Korean. It's
Yeah.
another Korean rice bowl.
Yeah, but the one I'm eating isn't Korean.
What? Yes, it is.
You were doing so well, dog. It's from Japan.
Oh, fuck.
You were doing so well. You almost redeemed yourself. Oh, fuck. Please get traveled, Froggy. I need you and your niece to get on a plane and go to another country and learn some culture. I'm begging, hands and knees, bro. Canada's doing you dirty, man.
Facts.
I can't.
Well,
I'm getting you banned, bro.
you know,
banned off
what's
Roblox.
my favorite food?
I can't open this first.
What's
You
my
eat
favorite food? Yes, what's my favorite food?
Poutine,
Cookies or
because you're
something.
a
I don't
white
know,
bitch
baby
at this
ass.
You
point.
racist ass. See, now Haruka's being racist.
What'd
I'm
you
being-
say?
I said
said
poutine because
poutine.
you're a white bitch.
The
I
only
said
other.
cookies because you a baby ass.
Buggy, do you want your cookies and milk?
I saw 10
Do you
cookies.
want that chocolate chip cookie and you want to cut the milky with it?
oh, I was gonna say mac and cheese, but she's gone.
Oh, she's gone.
Damn it. Fuck.
Y'all just bullied Froggy.
At Froggy.
Oh, it's
come
my
back.
turn.
Y'all just bullied her.
Froggy, come back.
I love this shit, guys. I've been watching this stuff constantly. This is my new favorite entertainment. I can't watch it while I drive either, because if I do, I could cause a car accident because of how much I'm laughing.
Back, bro. Froggy, it's just we're just being a little silly.
Have a good night,
We're
Legato.
just being a little
Nachos.
silly.
It's
Huh?
nachos.
Nachos
Nachos
are
are my
pretty
favorite
fire.
food because I can turn any other meal that I like into nachos.
Bitch nacho cheese.
You can do anything with nachos.
This shit is nacho cheese.
Jesus, Froggy.
Also, I love corn chips. Oh,
You know, thankfully those are in
Why do you
nachos, so
eat
that's
like somebody who lives? Oh wait, never mind. You know what? That makes sense.
what are you
I'm
saying?
a complete
Nothing.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
No, you know what? You've been attacking me for the past half hour. Why stop now?
No,
Why
it's good,
stop
man.
now?
No.
What were you about to say?
Nothing, bro. You
What are you
chill, bro.
saying?
No, you good.
You pay attention. You have both ears listening.
No, you good.
My ears rotates my ears like little satellite dishes on the sides of my head to face you. What are you
Say,
supposed to
you know,
saying?
Everly, it's your turn.
I was say you kind of eat like you broke, bro. The corn chips and nachos, dog. Like
I was!
you eat like you have to only get your food from dollar stores, bro. Like you can go to a grocery store.
I was!
Yeah, but the key word here is was. If you not,
Okay, I have poor
step
trauma.
up, gang.
I have poor trauma, okay?
You're
I get scared of
99 cents.
That's crazy because I have poor trauma too, but it goes the other way. The second I get money, I'm like, I'm not going back.
I love this shit. I love this shit. We need more Froggy Lock. Froggy Lock is a national treasure. We need to just protect Froggy at all costs because she's beautiful. She's beautiful, and I love her. We need more Froggy Lock in our life because Froggy is amazing. Anybody that thinks Froggy is bad is a degenerate bastard like Adam. Okay? Froggy is the greatest thing on the face of the earth. It is the greatest thing ever. It is pure gold. But on that note, I do need to wrap it up, even though, I mean, people in the... You guys are trying to 100% paint me as some sort of evil person, you know? Yeah, I said that. Bug. Bugs. I pissed Bug off. I pissed Bug off. Jeremy looked like he was gonna cry. You are the villain. I'm not the villain. I'm not the villain. I'm the hero of this story. Thank you very much. Ignore the fact that I'm gonna eat any that oppose me on the island. Who dare challenge my authority or reign. Bug rage quit tonight. Wait, did Bug rage quit your stream tonight, Static? Did he really? I need to see that. I need to see Bug rage quit. I need to see why Bug rage quit. What did you do to poor Bug? What did you do to poor Bug? What did you do to poor Bug? He couldn't take the pronouns? Well, I mean, can anybody actually handle the pronouns? Can anybody actually handle the pronoun discussions at all? But I'm going to start wrapping it up. You guys, well, other than Adam, who Adam's just over here trying to say that I'm the villain in life. But we all know that I'm the hero, okay? I'm the hero because anybody that challenges my reign and authority on the island gets eaten as the cannibal king that I am. We're going to start off with I'm still trying to debate, who do we start off with, Cloud or Static? Goob. No, that's not a thing, Static. Fuck, I might have to start off with Static because he's just what value. Adam, I want to point this out to you. Okay, we're on an island. What value does Adam bring to the not Adam, but does Static bring to the table of us living on the island? Okay, we're on an island with no food. What value does Static bring? Start off with what? Start off with eating you. Static. What value does he bring? We're on a stranded remote island. If we were on some sort of techno area and like stranded on a technology planet, we could keep Static, but without technology, Static's worthless. So the two people we have to debate, do we eat first, are Static and Cloud. Everybody else has some sort of inherent value to them, but those two don't. I'm not the villain here. I'm speaking facts and logic. You bring nothing of value to us stranded on the island. Okay? I at least was in Scouts. Almost made it to Eagle Scout. Gal was a former Marine. Alf is a freaking former army guy or person in the army. They have survival skills. Adam can cook. We can survive with us. You bring nothing, Static. Same with Cloud. So the real discussion is always who gets eat first. I was in the Boy Scouts too, says Cloud. Oh, now you're bringing this up after we've had this entire discussion since Sunday. Cloud, you probably didn't even make it anywhere near Eagle Scout. We're eating you. Don't start using your facts and logic line. I'm gonna use your facts and logic line. Technically, Weasel, if you made it all the way to Eagle and then joined the military, you immediately get bumped up a rank. So yes, I am. Because I have life-scathing skills. Ignore that I just said scathing. I can survive. Okay, Static, you survived. Cloud has offered himself up to basically be eaten first. We will enjoy eating Cloud. Congratulations. Static, you will be eaten second. Cloud has admitted that he wants to be eaten first. I have scabies? No, I don't. I clean myself every day. I might have rabies, but that's another story. Adam, Cloud told me to eat him. So I will. I will do what he asked. He's being eaten first on the island. You are all here to see it. He has volunteered to be the first person to, well, basically die. To sacrifice for our survival. Thank you, Cloud. I appreciate it. Thank you for sacrificing yourself so we can survive and move on. Your sacrifice will be greatly honored. Then we'll go after Static. Cloud, we're gonna, don't worry, buddy, don't worry. We're gonna make sure that, you know, we properly cook you. Don't worry. We're not just gonna leave you on the ground. We'll grab up some of the seawater, we'll turn it into salt, and we will, you know, rub some of the remains so that we can keep the leftovers so that we can survive for longer. Static, no, I'm actually talking about eating somebody. Cloud wants to take it to the gay. Cloud just says he's gonna make my life a living hell. Well, I mean, your life's not gonna be that long. You already admitted that you're okay with us sacrificing you, so that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. That will be what happens there. Your life won't be that long. So yeah. That's that. But anyways, okay, we need to start wrapping this shit up. So for all of you that are still in the chat, hanging out, doing all this stuff, thank you guys for being here. You're all fantastic, except for Adam, Cloud. Adam's only here because he needed something to fall asleep to, and Cloud's here because he's sexually attracted to me and is more than willing to basically die for our survival. So I really do appreciate your sacrifice, Cloud. I really, really do. Thank you so much. It means the world to everybody that's stranded on the island here. You will be honored in remembrance. But until next time, guys, you all have a lovely time wherever it is that you are in the world. And bye for now, figs.